Hi there, and welcome to our 35th episode of Adventures in Excordia. I'm the GM Connor, and the delightful Chuckle Fucks piloting player characters tonight are Karen, played by Pyro,
I am filled with so much Chinese food. I am a bad diabetic.
and Andariel, played by Norvin,
Howdy.
Silver, played by Tristan,
Always so quiet. The DM thinks I'm never here.
ooh,
I
Morgana, played by Shane,
I just can't respond after that one.
Yeah.
and Fergus, played by Zonkiri.
I wonder if zombie cows lactate.
And on that note,
Perhaps
last
you'd
we
like
left
to tell
off, you
the
all had
audience why
stumbled
Katira's
past
here.
a plot hole. Katira's not here, Dad's not
and
here.
live existing in the general vicinity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last we left off, you all stumbled around a plot hole with the forest being closed off to you until a certain player is able to come back and join us. A major way topside. After having gotten news that Andariel's mother is not doing great, you all are making your way towards Abthur, a transmutation wizard from Andariel's past who she apprenticed under, in hopes of convincing him to teleport you all to Itadia, and specifically their mother's house. You all tried sending to Abthur, but found out that he had routed those to his apprentice, and heard from Andariel that you all were given the response of, "I'll be sure to pass the message along," means I've already forgotten what you said, he will not be hearing this. So, you all have trekked, or begin trekking, to Blackmere, Andariel's hometown, of sorts.
Fucking interns.
And you all have left the donkeys and the cart at the fort to save yourselves from a logistical error of trying to figure out how to get it back to the fort if you all are going to be teleporting. So, we pick up as you off of your punts. Oh my god!
DM dies of the plague right as the game starts.
That's sure what he gets for forgetting Liv.
I
Damn.
feel so forgotten.
It's
and
Tristan. He
overlooked.
took along the rogue.
All right, which one of you's got a voodoo popping up me? Speak up.
Me.
Guilty.
Yeah.
I refuse to believe that Fergus is the one with the voodoo puppet. That implies that he needs that.
I didn't say I was using it.
He just has a
Just like the
dog
way
on it.
I just like the way it looks.
Just put it on the shelf and it's just there.
So dapper, Connor.
Little decoration.
So we pick up as you all are about to head through the valley with the werebores, edging closer to Steelwood.
Mm-hmm.
I think we got at least a cairn in rolling those d20s. Actually, I can just look on who did the last one. Looks like Andariel was the last one, so next one would be Silver. So, start of the next day after your pun extravaganza is what I was saying.
Oh, right. I
Yeah.
remember now.
Yeah, I was
I
trying to
remember
mention the
Trevor.
puns, and then I started to choke, as if the universe was trying to censor it. But, on a cold, partly cloudy day, some snow still kind of spread across the ground. Silver, why don't you go ahead and kick us off with a d20 for travel roll?
Let's see.
14. Okay. Oh, let me put on some music while I pull this up.
Hey, Silver, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Your mom's name wouldn't be Lucy, would it?
No.
What?
Why do you ask?
Or Tristan's mom.
I
I get it.
Oh,
Cue the Final Fantasy laugh.
shh, don't spoil his arc. Anyway,
Pollyon.
so as you all walk through the snow in the midst of winter, you come across what appears to be somebody in a large covered cart. They seem to be some sort of merchant that is set up beside the road to stop for a meal break. Would you like to stop by the roadside shop?
Do they have a horse?
Tied up into their cart? Yeah, I'd say actually they have like a thicker beast of burden, like a yak or a
Ox.
ox.
Do you want
That's
to not the ox bone in or bone out?
But they're tied up, currently still on the cart, eating from a bucket. You see a halfling man, or a gnome man, flushed pink face and thick fur around his head, just still clearly struggling in the cold. Did you all want to stop by? You all are just kind of strolling past.
Just a general store. No. Can't say anything.
We got supplies to get.
Is it
Gotta
just
have-
him? Is it just him here?
He's the only one you see.
I mean, I've got
If you-
clear and food water, so we're good on rations. So.
Well, you've got high perception people. You would see that there seems to be like a spot next to him on the cart, like fitting two people. And this may be partially a bathroom break for somebody.
Okay.
You see mostly like consumer goods, like crates of what looks to be just raw, unprocessed chunks of ore or stacks of paper and books to be distributed to libraries. They seem to be headed up north towards Moonwatch along the road. And you do see that there's like a most everything's tied down, but there seem to be a few scrolls and such that are more towards the top that you could try and bargain for. I'm taking the screenshot. I know what you're looking for. If you want to approach, I'll go ahead and post what he's got with Brightly.
Yeah, sure. Then Carol popped down from the cart after calling the phantom steeds to heal.
Oh, you pulled the cart with Phantom Steeds.
Or so fast.
I'm assuming you were saying yes, you cut out a little bit.
Yes, that's why we're so fast.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because we're moving at 40 miles a day as opposed to 24 miles a day.
Right.
Yum.
So you get up there and you see that there's a few. It has some cantrip scrolls, has some lower level scrolls, and the +2 blowgun is his personally that you would have to buy off of him.
What?
The store. The
Oh, you
Plus,
yeah.
a +2 blowgun, you say?
Random gens be like,
for
I wouldn't-
4,000 gold.
Wouldn't take that for 10 gold.
random gens be like, folks.
I don't know. You could use it as an improvised weapon to bludgeon somebody.
I have my feet and fists for that. I would have said fists first, but I remembered my fists are going to have chainsaws in them.
Actually, Zunkir was more interested in what ores he might have.
Nothing of magical stuff, but you could probably buy a crate. He wouldn't sell portions of it, but he'd probably sell you crates of iron or whatnot. Let me pull up trade goods, get the price on them.
Buy that scroll of Spare the Dying.
Thank you so much. I'm not having. Okay, fuck it. I was gonna try and pull it up on my phone where I have this stuff bookmarked, but apparently Apple Books just decided to fuck me and show no covers and just pages, and I couldn't spot out which one was the player's handbook. So Compendium, save me. For once it's here. Alright, so I'd say he has copper and iron. Probably... He wouldn't have platinum or gold, but he might have a small, not even a pound of silver. Yeah, so copper, iron, half a pound of silver. I'll say he has... Let's see. How much would you put in a crate?
Crates are big.
Yeah. How much are you looking to buy? If it gets to be a ridiculous amount, then he might turn you down, but... Did you want any iron or copper? I'd say he probably has some quarried stone, too. You just check chat him at the fucking spyglass.
Nope, I don't believe I have much of a use for any of this at the moment.
And if nobody else buys anything, nothing else of event happens for the rest of the day.
Can I buy those scrolls?
Yeah.
Is it the price it says on there, or are you upcharging me?
It was supposed to be upcharged, but based on the screenshot, it looks like it took it down. Okay. Oh well. Yeah, 40 gold for light and spare the dying. Combined.
No, it's normal price.
Yeah, it was supposed to be
It's
20%
zero.
upcharge.
Ah,
And I had it set to 20, but I think somehow when I took the screenshot, it got knocked down to 0 again. Yeah. But that's what I posted, so I'll go off that. It's not gonna... I'm not gonna nickel and dime over 8 gold here. Or I guess silver and copper.
Pulls up video
Silver and
of
electrum? Yeah.
chainsaws.
I'm not gonna silver and electrum over it. There you go. There's your fantasy reference.
Didn't you dare say the name of me?
But you all, Morgana, you buy a couple scrolls off of him, and you see soon what appears to be a large Goliath wife returns to him, picks him up and puts him back on the cart, and they start to drive off.
Understandable.
So, next day, down the line, that makes you, Shane, Morgana.
Okay.
An 8. Interesting. Okay. I wish... I wasn't even burping a minute ago. It's as soon as I tried... Anyway. So...
Connor.
Mhm.
Stop.
Okay, thank you. Howard, stop. As you all...
Fergus just stopped. Fergus is just an awakened Death Note. That's just what we're doing.
Power word, Fergus.
As you all are walking, Morgana, you spot out what appears to be a dark-robed military figure of some sort. A knight, a soldier, a little ways off from where you all are riding. Seems to be in tatters, just kind of standing there, sword planted on the ground, standing, waiting. Did you want to approach?
There is a soldier.
Where?
You turn and look, and you see the figure.
You're just standing in the middle of the road.
Off the road a bit, maybe 15 feet off, but is standing like this, sword planted in the ground, 2 hands on the hilt, just standing. No one else seems to be around it, just chilling. Give me a perception check.
That anybody or
Yeah, anybody. Zonkiri can make me a Arcana check. Alternatively.
Take your pick, bub.
Alright. I'll go off perception because you rolled it first. But I'm going to move y'all to a map too. Just so I can show off that one thing I bought from Marketplace at one point that I've yet to really use. Yeah, my animated snow, embers, and ash pack.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, right there. Assume the path runs kind of along
Zoom in.
that green line.
He looks in great health.
You can go ahead and place yourselves somewhere near that green line, because I'm about to erase it.
Is this that they just appear around you things, Gary?
Possible. Why did Karen spawn in with a symbol?
It's just what no. The last time we set up my token, it's just stuck like that. Apparently, those carry over.
Did you want me
wacky
to...
waving inflatable arm flying tube man?
And if I reset it, it probably I think it unlocks the sheet.
Okay. So, Zankira, you very quickly identify some form of wraith as standing there.
Out in the sun?
It's a noon wraith, sir.
It,
That's unusual.
you do also now notice that there's... As cloud movements go on, the ones above it seem to stay. No matter how the wind blows, there seems to be an immovable circle of cloud above it.
Dark clouds of undeath and depression.
Shut up, Norman.
Butthole.
Zonkiri will,
You also, the last thing you see is in that same similar circle above, you see that there's a perimeter centered on that wraith around it. That is, the snow is just slightly compacted.
Who just dropped?
I think it
No.
was the music
Liv.
player.
Nope,
No,
Victor's
no.
right there.
Is Liv maybe?
Alright, she's off to the lobby.
Yeah, it's
She's
Liv.
got to go check people in for her show.
Gotcha.
Zonkiri will hop off the cart, turning to the other. Man, look at what we have here. Wraith.
During the day.
Yes.
All right. There you go.
Let's see what the commander here has to say.
I can climber down the cart and follow behind.
Zonkiri will start approaching the wraith.
You
I'll
get
let him
all the way
pass.
up to the edge of its threshold, and it has not seemed to notice you. Like, I mean, toes up to the line, and it just continues to stare off into the middle distance at attention.
Is it actually as snowy as it is?
Yes, it is the middle of winter.
Could I? Yeah. Can I make another perception check to see if there are like bones in the ground around it?
Sure, make a perception check.
See if there is in fact a range on this fucker. 27.
You pick up that there's some sort of magical field around it, and you think you can see odd lumps in the snow that
I will-
imply there may be some stuff below it.
I'll point those out to my party. There's a weird haze around it, and those lumps in the dirt around it, under the snow, look strangely shaped. Perhaps Morgana should take point. There might be a range.
There most certainly is.
So, does anybody cross the line?
Zonkiri will call out to it first. Brethren, what brings you out into the sunlight?
It seems to look up as if you heard somebody calling out to you from around the corner. It doesn't see you, but it hears you. I stand waiting to challenge the worthy. And then just kind of stay. You see it continue to look and seem to like scan the horizon right over you. With no view of you. Let one among you stand. Challenge.
So that's your bindings, eh? Yep, you heard him. Bound here until someone challenges him and they defeat him. What do you all think?
Is it safe to just leave it here?
Does it have to be one-on-one?
I mean-
It seems to be chivalrous in a twisted way.
As long as you don't mind someone else stumbling across it. Could blast it from out here, but these things have a tendency to come back unless their curse is fulfilled. Oh, curse, purpose, same thing.
Well, it needs to find someone who can destroy it, correct?
In single combat, from what it sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
What do you know of this thing's combat capability?
Connor?
Sorry, I was trying to draw the.
If
Circle.
only we had
Do you know that
a battle master.
generally? Fuck it, it's not a perfect circle, but that's good enough. Generally, you know that these things, with a fairly good arcana, you know that they can be created by powerful necromancers. They've got some pretty good resistances. With 22, you probably know that silver can overcome some of those resistances. They're ethereal undead. Normally, they don't play well in the sunlight, like I said. And their main attacks they drain life force.
Well, for starters, anyone who goes and fights that thing is going to want to keep it from touching you. It'll rip the essence right out of your soul in order to feed itself, drain you of your life force and energy. And, well, I don't know how this is here, but they used to be able to hit you right through armor. At least where I was from.
Do they have long-range fighting capabilities?
Generally, no.
So if I was to just hover 30 feet off the floor, challenge it, and just continuously cast spells at it.
Oh, they are not bound by any such thing as gravity.
Oh,
Think of them as you would a ghost.
okay.
The monster might go up a tree and jump at you.
It may
I mean-
look corporeal at the moment, with its armor and sword, but make no mistake.
Does this particular, I don't know, subtype of undead have anything against holy energy?
No more so than most.
Balls. Would it be okay? The choice, if we're doing this, it probably, if it's one-on-one, it'd have probably to be Morgana or Katira. And whoever does that, I can cast haste on to give them an edge. Nothing
And
rules about against buffing against the raid per se.
I don't know if that would actually fulfill its conditions.
Hmm.
Thing about curses or bindings like this is, unlike multiple contracts or even fake contracts, they don't take kindly to attempts to loophole them.
Okay, so it's not a to the letter thing; it's in the spirit.
Yes, not
The
spirit
intent.
specifically.
Yeah,
He points at the wraith.
Poor phrasing. Intent.
Yes.
So it would have to be Morgana swinging away at this thing, which is Morgana. Can you do anything against incorporeal enemies with the chainsaws? I wasn't too sure about what they did.
If there
Well,
is something to contact, they will rip through it.
Morgana, allow me to see your chainsaws for a moment.
She will hold her arms up.
Zankiel will just kind of wave his hands over it.
Mhm.
There's enough enchantment on these that it should affect an incorporeal. So,
If there is something to benefit us, we will fight this.
oh, there's no guarantee of a benefit at all.
I think at this point it's just to get it out of here, and I'm starting to believe that we don't really need to. We could just leave it. It's not really our fault if someone else decides to challenge it.
Are there any villages in the area? I mean, I prefer to get it out of here now, because it is by the road, and it would just be a better thing to get rid of it. But if we are to benefit, are there any villages around that might have a bounty on this?
There's no big. You all have passed. Yesterday you passed through there. Your closest one is probably Steelwood, but you feel it's unlikely given the small radius this thing is that anybody would.
And present company excluded. I don't particularly enjoy Rogue Undead just out and about fulfilling strange archaic curses.
If one of you would like, who has experience with curses, you can make me an Arcana check on the to try and examine what it is that's going on here, what its conditions are. And
all of us are at least familiar with them at this point.
Yeah, I forgot you all were initially cursed. And I suppose everyone could make an Arcana check.
Aaron Arcana NG.
And Andariel will give advantage to Fergus.
Okay, I was gonna say non-casters would have a higher DC, but
6. That shit bad. I would just magic bad.
22.
Shaman no light. Yeah.
So you grab a stick, Zonkiri, and just kind of grab a piece of the snow and pull it back over. Just run it through your fingers and watch it drop. And you seem to ascertain that there's some sort of desecrated ground here. There is some lode stone that this curse was placed on, buried deep in the snow. That when you defeat this creature, should crack it open and dispel it.
Oh, dude.
It doesn't. You just can tell that there is some sort of anchor in the snow. Doesn't tell you necessarily how deep, but you would also kind of pick up examining the creature that there is something physical floating in where its rib cage would be.
From what I can tell, defeat it breaks the binding on it. As far as which of us should challenge it, I would either suggest Morgana or myself.
What are the odds of trying to
Well,
stop
then
us?
I vote Fergus.
Who's Fergus?
Zankiri.
Fergus, that sounds scary. Knowledgeable. I'm going to have to disagree. If it's a one-on-one, are you sure that you can beat it? I don't know the radius on this thing. besides that, the one written by the DM.
You all can actively see like this circle I've drawn. That's why I put it there.
Oh,
Because there is
okay.
an active like fresh powder, and then there's compacted snow and ice.
I could probably take it. Besides, I think out of all of us, I have the most experience with the undead. Might be able to do a little bit more than just break it. Maybe figure out more about its curse. I see it up close.
What are the odds I try to just banish it?
I mean, might work for some time, but so long as the lodestone.
Right, the stone probably keeps it here. Right.
I'd imagine if we were to blow it apart without fulfilling the curse's requirements, the lodestone would not break and it would merely resummon itself.
And this intent thing, I understand it this way. I mean, but you sure I can't even just still use aid on you or anything? Wait, is it a new day, Connor? Or no?
From when you all met the merchant, yes.
Okay, I need to switch some spells around. Wait, why not just... Is it possible to just use remove curse on this fucker? Or no? No, it would have to be on the stone, wouldn't it?
Yes, I would say if you had view on the stone and you could roll the remove curse, then you'd have a.
If you know how deep it was, I could just turn into a bear and just start digging like a fucking psychopath down there.
It'll probably beat the hell out of you.
It would not care that it flew through earth and stone to attack you.
Yeah, that was.
Would be the funniest PC dead.
So, Morgana, what do you think?
We will accept any decision. If Sankiri wishes to engage it, we will wait. Otherwise, we will pursue it.
Tell you what, if I fail... Yeah. Never mind. He's gonna say you could have a go at it after that, but he's like, wait, hold on, I can't fail.
I want a conversation between him and the pride thing.
When you say that, Morgana lifts up her arms and the chainsaws just lightly start spinning.
Yes,
Here,
yes,
just
yes.
lowers him back down.
Zonkiri will crack his neck a few times, hold out his hand, and cast a spell on himself as he enters into the ring. Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
We do not believe you will fail, Zonkiri.
Sunday.
But as
You get ready to rumble.
you
God
feel yourself
damn
step
it,
through a
Shane.
phone.
WWE Super Slam.
Karen turns into a giant marketable plushy bear.
What spell did you cast, by the way?
Enhance ability.
Gotcha. They've added a place light feature on the sideline. That's cool. Let me clear initiative.
Why is the art style changing? Is that a JoJo reference again?
Go ahead and roll initiative.
Alright.
As soon as you step through, sword pulls up.
What timeline is this? We're also confident our fucking wizard just walked into melee with a fucking...
He's just
this
built
is
different.
Not a wizard. This is Zonkiri.
Exactly. That's why I'm not just. On the outside looking in, we're letting our lowest HP caster just wander into
No,
there.
I'm pretty sure Andariel's the lowest
Yes.
HP caster.
You know what? You're
By a
right.
long shot.
I'm sorry. You look like a shadow. I can
1d6
really see
shadows.
you.
Yeah. So, Fergus, Zonkiri, you go first.
Zonkiri is going to pull his own sword out. This guy, armor, shield, sword, or armor, two-handed sword?
You see that it seems to have ethereal armor and things such as, like it was a soldier, but they're largely ethereal and seem to just be a reflection of how it was when it died.
Oh yeah, I'm just asking, like,
Two-hander or a sword board?
yeah, two-handed or a sword board.
One-handed, no shield is what it's got.
One-handed, no shield. Zonkiri kind of, with both of his hands on there, smiles and just kicks off with an unusual amount of speed. And as he takes his first swipe at the wraith, his sword passes harmlessly through him. As moments later, a secondary blue glowing sword follows the path and actually seems to affect the wraith.
And you're casting.
It's casting Sinkiri on him.
Oh. Dang.
Let the GM.
All right, let me go ahead and just.
What's this? Player secrets
Oh!
with my good GM Connor.
Well,
Judgment.
well, shit.
Alright, takes half.
You see
Can you
your.
share with the class.
13 psychic damage.
Your psychic blade rends into it and misses somehow its vital organs, and it saves.
The wraith's vital organs, you said.
Yeah. He's trying to make a joke about it. So, I don't think you have any bonus actions, and I don't know if you're moving, so I'm just going to go ahead and move on to the next one. And it's going to try and hit you with the life drain. 22 to hit. As it brings up its ethereal sword,
Yeah, sure. I'll let it get a strike in.
mimicking the pattern you did. It swipes through, and then you feel essence of your life pulled along the blade of the sword out of you, as if it almost
Essence of
drinks
life.
the energy. It doesn't seem to heal itself. Whatever it pulled you sinks straight down. And
Alright. Zonkiri just keeps clashing with it, does like a little flip over it, and strikes out at its back.
also the concentration check.
Oh, yeah, because that spell matters now. That was literally just for the initiative roll.
Oh, I didn't realize that's what it was for.
Yeah.
Ah.
Just I want to go first.
Yes.
Well, it drops. You hit it again. Let's see if we can pull that bullshit again. It doesn't. It takes the full 21. This time if you'd like to are you doing anything different than the last time, or just?
You guys know the Helm Splitter from Legend of Zelda?
Yep.
Zonkiri just did that to a ghost.
And you see somehow the ethereal, non-tangible, not real armor it has cracks deeply. Just its being, the building blocks of what it is, have been ripped. Its turn. You do hear under its breath just a, "You fight well." And it goes in to stab you again.
It can't.
Oh, you're right. At moments before you see it just kind of sink half an inch, and the glowing blue eyes it had just dim. It just chills there for 6 seconds, doing nothing.
Zonkiri kind of raises up his hand without the sword in it, and the sort of glowing blue streaks left on the back of the wraith's head lash out.
This is an intelligence save, isn't it?
Yep.
Damn!
Yeesh.
So, this time, similarly, you feel the strength of whatever lodestone is here bites back against this spell and suffers half damage.
Yep.
Alright. Its turn begins. From its slumped position, its hand grabs back around its sword tightly, does an upward swing. Nope.
Zonkiri just kind of somehow grabs the ethereal sword with like a glowing dark hand and just pushes it away.
Yeah. You actually see the blade starting to crack. A similar blue on the back of its head seems to have spread to its sword. Your turn begins again. It's not doing well. Yep. And... Nope. Full damage. Getting close.
You just see Zonkiri like wrench his hand backwards as the blue streak on the back of his head from the strike that landed clean just yanks the wraith backwards by the neck, almost like he's got a rope tied around him, which you will visualize by Zonkiri actually being the one to move back.
That's
Because
good.
that doesn't actually move people.
Alright. Its turn begins. Ooh. Ah, I see. I see.
Yes.
It gets one of. Okay. And then it's going to staggered. Yeah. I was gonna have it try and do something more dramatic, but it's just gonna kind of leap up and still kind of tethered back. You'll see it's starting to try and pull its sword, but these tendrils it's having to strain against them. And so it's 5 feet up in that square, trying to do like an overhead slam on you. And that's it for its turn. It's looking like a good shot could probably take this, especially one of your openers that you used. Okay. Nope. Single digits.
Zonkiri just throws his sword up above the wraith, and as he goes to walk under the wraith, the sword, just pulled by some invisible string, slams back down as he just takes it and just walks behind the wraith back to him like, not even a chance, man. You got your one free hit.
Its turn begins as it continues to move down. Touches down. You notice on that last streak, its sword has been snapped in two, and now just has a jagged, broken sword to fight with. And it just turns around. And like running underwater, you see it run, attempting to do like a charge with the broken blade. But moving in such slow motion, you can easily just take the back of your hand and move the blade to the side as your turn begins.
somehow. Yeah. As it's charging towards Zonkiri, I need to make another intelligence save.
Alright. Nope. That just does it.
As he's charging at Zonkiri just lets the sword float in the air for a second, just reaches out and grabs his opponent's head with his fingers. And if any of you have ever played Shadow of Mordor,
Yes, King.
somehow even bleaker darkness from Zonkiri's own mouth just starts smoking into this wraith.
Not very
like
bright,
that.
Lord of you.
The two little blue flames in its eyes are smothered. As you see, just soot drops out of it as its form is destroyed, staining the snow. And you just see the snow around you begins to... It almost begins to bubble. Gas evolving from the liquid. Just ash, 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 until this whole circle is covered in other wraiths that were bound beneath the snow. That if anybody had entered in, another one would have spawned. Until, Zonkiri, you take a half step back as you hear a loud crack below your feet. And you see just the snow melts into water as the energy from the lodestone is released and refreezes around it. And from the initial guy you fought, there was, like I said, there was a small physical mass. There seems to be a small pouch with a small ring in a bag of dust.
Zonkiri will pocket that for a moment just as he's walking through the ash cloud back to the party. Barely even worth a foot soldier. Yeah, that was pleasant.
We enjoyed the spectacle.
It's just the okay side to my face. I'm Karen, just... But naturally, our wizards are frontliner. Alright.
What can I say? What much is there reason to fight, if not with a bit of showmanship?
So is the lodestone still down there, and is it still a problem?
No, it's broken.
Alright.
Felt the energy release.
Bet.
Let's say as you're piecing it together, the last little bit is you could tell that these were, by the looks of the one you killed and some of the brief images you got of the ones that rose to the surface. These
Former challengers?
No, these were seem to be... You would notice that every military insignia on these were slashed. They seem to have been deserters or some kind of... what's the word? Dishonored previous soldier who was cursed by an old commanding officer.
Oh, is this a sword wraith?
No, it wasn't, but having a regular sword wraith would have been too weak, and a commander would have been too much, I think. So I just put a regular wraith there and used some of the similar lore. But yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Zonkiri will identify and whatnot as we continue traveling along.
It is a ring of jumping and in a bag of dust of disappearance.
Interesting.
Jumping.
Jump around.
Cool.
Maybe we should give it to some big old blob thing so it can jump on the ceiling.
Let's see. Anyone here have use for having triple jump distance? I'm afraid. Anyone here with such an abysmally low strength score or an abysmally high strength score?
Well,
Just fucking fly.
I would normally say
Look
Andariel,
at the
but she
couples.
has flight, so not really useful
Seeing
for her.
seeing a fucking gorilla jumping Morgana would be funny though.
Yeah, jump and chainsaws down.
I mean, I already have a climb speed if I go bear, so I'm good.
That's attunement. Let me see. Anything else I may be attuned to? Nope.
You know, Dat would love this.
Yes. What about Tristan?
Shame.
What about
I
me?
mean, you have. I'm not sure about your kit, but I think you have the least least mobility oriented nonsense out of the rest of us. Unless there's something I just don't know about.
Um, hmm. I mean, I am the guy in the back, so
But sometimes the DM likes to throw curveballs, and you are exclusively the back, so he might flank you. So that so having any option might be something. Unless you're out of attunement, I don't know.
I mean, I could always put levitate on.
Yeah,
Fair
I'll just keep it for now. We'll find a use for it, I'm sure.
Absolute worst.
Yeah.
Get some money for it.
The monk not present. Just
She's eventually going to run up walls, brother. She'll be fine.
I mean, to be fair, monks can double their. I think it's double. It's either double.
I think that's actually next level for her.
No, that's.
Or is it
Oh,
step of the wind doubles their
Yeah.
jump.
no, though, like moving on water and up walls.
Yeah, that's what you're talking about. I'm talking about step
Yeah.
of the wind, which doubles
Yeah,
their
yeah.
jump distance. This would further triple it to 6 times her
Yeah.
jump distance. What's her strength mod?
It's
I'll
Probably
pull it
not
up.
that great.
It's not terrible. I'm pretty sure. I think.
Your strength is a 11.
11.
Okay, so it's not disgusting bad,
So,
but
3,
it's no one there.
18. So with a 10-foot running start, she could jump 18 feet in the air.
Mm.
Or 11 times 6, 66 feet forward.
And they have to have enough movement to do it.
Which
I mean,
monk
a
set?
monk. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
about to say a monk has it.
Especially if they step of the wind, which doubles their movement.
Zoobies.
Talk to
Lou.
Katira.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank God.
When she gets back.
Okay. I will. It is earmarked for monk shenanigans.
Actually, come to think of it, the last monk I was in a Zunkir was in a party with also ended up receiving the jump spell a lot.
It's just a cool visual. We just want to help. We want to make it manifest. For the next day, as you all finish that one, there is not a roll as you all come into Steelwood. If you all wanted to get anything, I can.
This is
can
the one
purchase them here.
run by the Greed Devil. Isn't
Yep.
It?
How many days have we been moving?
So far, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about a week.
Okay. Then that means I have 6 days of rations left.
I've been making us food.
Oh, you been?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
As long as we aren't in any encounters, I can just give us food with a third little slot.
Oh, you have to
Yep.
create food and water.
Yes.
Okay.
That one has not been unprepared since I got it.
Fair enough.
Fuck you, Wanderers. I am the food.
So, is there anything you all wanted to get in town besides, well, not rations anymore, but
It's a Greed Devil, right?
Yeah.
Does he got slot machines?
sure.
I don't suppose there'd be a scroll of disguised self around here, would there?
Probably. Yeah.
I know Karen has the hat, but we end up having 2 people that.
I hate the hat.
I have rolled for general shop stuff. So, and it's not on there. So if you want to try and find them specifically, give me an investigation check.
Could we have the shop?
I'm getting to it.
Thank you.
There's not exactly an export to Discord button.
Whoop. That was not supposed to be GM roll. It's
My
13.
apologies. Did not mean to offend.
Okay, screenshot, save. Let's see. You'll find one, but it's going to be considerably marked up. Let's see. Based off of it being a first level spell.
Common magic item.
Yeah. It's going to go for 140 gold pieces.
Yeah, sure. I'll buy it.
Nope, that's the one from earlier. Never mind.
Go my hat.
Oh, I bet it helps if I actually, save the screenshot before I try and upload it.
Usually.
Oopsies.
Want to buy skilled DM.
Yeah? Come on, I'll step out of my seat. Go on. Introduce me to your setting.
Technically, that's my setting.
Technically, that's Pyro's setting.
Yeah, he gave me the genesis for mine.
Hey, Connor, are you sure about that?
No. I'm not sure about what, though, specifically.
Norvin
Being
has a
bro-
1% share in my my fucking story.
Being brought into my setting.
No, thank you.
Oh,
Well,
I mean, monkey spot, Connor, monkey spot.
yeah. I'll keep my wishes
on.
to a minimum.
I'm buying that scroll to create homunculus.
Okay.
I saw and knew. I know. Let's see here.
Fuck is create homunculus.
Create a homunculus.
You create a monkey
Thank
spot.
you. Truly. Okay, hang on. Create homunculus.
Marble elephant. Hang on. Oh,
Damn.
hang on. Didn't know it was that cheap. Hang on.
Creates a CR0 homunculus.
You read this real
It's one of my favorite spells, but it's practically like useless. So I have a hard time taking it. So as soon as I see a scroll of it, I'm like, I'm having that.
What the fuck does it do?
That's a good question.
Like,
The
I'm
answer
looking at stat, it tells you all how to create one, and then nothing about what it can do. At all.
Oh, hold on.
wondrous. Hey, Connor. I would like that marble elephant.
Give me a second, I'm looking at the homunculus.
Okay.
Okay, telepathic bond, and what's this bite feature? Target must succeed a con save, be poisoned for a minute. If it fails by 5 or more, the target is instead poisoned for 5, 1d10 minutes, and unconscious while poisoned in this way. Is this just a slightly stronger familiar?
I mean, if you can call it slightly stronger, it has 5 hit points.
God damn. Well, enjoy.
Also, in order to get it to like fall asleep, they have to roll a 5 or less.
Yeah, they have to roll a 5.
To like total. If they have any bonus to con, it is not happening.
So you find a marble elephant, Pyro. Funnily enough, it actually has a tag for Crowbeak's shop on it.
Makes you trust it less.
If you recall, that her specialty is making figurines of power.
Noted.
And so she's sold this one off at some point.
I would just like to draw everyone's attention, just because it's hilarious, to the 69,000 gold piece Dart of Warning.
Oh, it's gross!
Yeah, that one's got a bit of dust on it.
I would get other than the fucking pipes for.
You see no
for
less than
Connor.
3 signs advertising it, hoping that they can just move the damn merchandise.
Well, maybe if
Alright.
they lowered the fucking price.
A sale.
So,
Alright.
Karen, you buy the marble elephant for 6,900 gold pieces.
Yeah, I'll convert that to platinum. So let's see, 1, 2,
690.
1. Yep.
So, does this require attunement? No, it does not.
Nope. No, it does not. I now have an elephant Pikachu.
And they they write down the command word and show it to you before handing it off, because if anyone says it, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you now know the command word. Which is going to be funny, because as soon as you use it around your companions, they're also going to know it. Understands your languages, obeys your spoken commands. So this one just becomes an elephant for 24 hours. And then has a week-long cooldown.
It's my very own
Movement
pocket
speed on an elephant.
monster.
An elephant, I'll go ahead and has a 40-foot move speed.
I'm guessing the phantom steeds are faster, but
They
the
are.
elephant has a far better carry weight.
Oh yeah, the elephant is fucking good. Gonkless. Let me pull up this thing's stat.
I'm
line.
pulling out a stat sheet
Oh.
to share with y'all.
Oh, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Look at that strength score. Mighty beast. CR4 and stupid as hell. I love it. Let me this upgrade to a mammoth.
Technically, anything's possible with magic, so...
Crowbeak, I want your. I'll take your best woolly mammoth. Oh no!
So, anybody else buy anything?
I will name your Pikachu.
Pico.
I will pocket the nuke.
Let me check something real quick.
It's a big boy.
What do you call it? What do you call it? What do you call it?
Oh, I love this thing's token. It exudes a lovely energy. Is it safe to say this thing just goes after my turn, or does it have its own initiative?
I think it has its own initiative if it's in combat.
Okay.
But if you can always write it as a mount if you want to consolidate that. Also bold on you if you want to even include the elephant in combat.
Nah, that thing's a beast of burden and an oh shit moment. It still has more HP than me.
Also, take
Not a
the,
lot, but still.
Let's take the vicious battle axe and the adamantine splint.
Go ahead. Price is listed. You would notice the Vicious Battle Axe has some giant decorations on it, specifically frost giants. You see some runes etched onto it, a little bit of tuft of fur. And speaking of mammoths, part of the handle is mammoth tusk.
I shield Pikachu's eyes.
And the adamantine's point seems to be, quote, gently used. If you recall how this city works and how it acquires its adventuring gear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, I need you, Fergus, to go ahead and roll me the d20 for the next day of travel. After you all
Alright.
head out. A 19! This is actually very fitting. This is part of the thing we've already talked about. So, while you all are having a bio break one day on your trip, you hop off the cart and you've Zonkiri, kind of trudging around in the snow for a bit, and you stub your toe on some wooden thing. You think at first it's a tree root, until you see that there seems to be a small carved totem that you unearthed from the snow. It is no bigger than a baseball, and you are a little bit amazed at how you managed to stub your toe on this. out of the entire wilderness. You happen to be walking and hit your foot on it. Give me a nature check as you. Oh, if you pick up the totem to look at it.
Yeah, sure.
Give me a nature check to identify what the creature that's been carved into this is. This is a Chewinga, or Chewinga totem.
Chewinga.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And casting Identify on it, you would find that if you toss this into some sort of primal element, like a river for water, or a large forest fire, or a particularly notable mound of dirt, it'll summon up a Chewinga and bind it to that body. It's not necessarily loyal to you, but you can bind it to there.
Well, that's rather interesting. Hmm.
Look, it's a Chewinga.
Small nature spirits. You know what an elemental is, right?
Yes.
So, vague overhead of how elementals work. The more pure an elemental is, the stronger it is. The more essence of fire a fire elemental is, stronger. As you dirty up that essence with essences of water or earth, air, it gets weaker and weaker. That's why you have fire elementals and water elementals fairly strong, but steam elementals, known as a mephit, are fairly weak. A Chewinga is what happens when you have a near perfect balance of all the elements. They are the weakest possible elementals.
It's Mephits.
You've seen a Mythic, Karen. Remember? The custodians. From that dungeon where the rat died.
Yeah. They seem pretty, minute.
Yes, these are infinitely weaker than that. I
Damn.
don't even know if a Chewinga could hurt anything if it wanted to. They're actually rather close to humanoids in that respect, in that they are mixtures of all the elemental energies. Not quite mortal, but still nature spirits. Useful little buggers too, if you can get one to like you. And to be able to give supernatural gifts. An idea, perhaps, for when we return to our abode. What do you all think?
Against it. I mean, we've got all sorts living in the keep now. We've got a small horde of undead. I have an altar to a blood god, essentially, in my room. We've got robots wandering there. I would say a minute nature spirit would not be a particularly bad addition.
Plus, they absolutely love humanoids. Fascinated by them.
We have. Said they're like a mix of all of them.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
They're as
Okay.
equal part water as they are earth, as they are air, as they are fire. They are as much ice as they are mud.
Neat. Should look for a JPEG of those little fucking things from Maui. Or Moana.
Funnily enough, they've been printed in 3 different books, and they all have different art.
Wow.
Yeah, they take on the appearance of whatever their environment is.
Quite
What
cute.
if we... I just want to feed a little bit of electrolyte. Put it in a golem.
Oh, I just looked up the Chewinga astronaut.
Yeah.
Oh, is that a little space fish?
Yes.
Amazing. So,
Hold on. Hold on.
Holding.
Rearing back with an elephant.
Would be a good.
Somewhere, something.
If you want an idea as to what they kind of look like in their base, this is what they look like, guys.
The little black squiggly ones.
Hey Connor, just
Yeah.
answer whatever you want. Would you say this elephant looks like an Asian elephant, an African bush elephant, or a forest elephant? I'm asking for weight questions.
Throw it out and see.
I don't think I will.
You got more than a week before you hit Blackmere. Go ahead.
I mean, I can do the figure. Wait, do we have more than a week? Well,
Each one of them dots is a day. There's more than 7. Oh,
you know what? Sure. I don't like it when you talk like that.
I heard a sure. That's what I'm fixating on.
Fuck you. All right. Does anyone have any issue with me just testing the elephant thing?
Not particularly.
All right. It's out for 24 hours. Its name is Pikachu. I wander away from the party for a second because I to my knowledge, because Karen has never seen an elephant. He would have no reason to, but it looks somewhat like a woolly mammoth, which I think he might have seen.
It has tusks like an orc. And large
Kitten,
beasts of burden
obviously.
you did not see very often. You saw lots of small creatures. There was not a lot of wildlife in where you lived. It was very
Fair
Arctic.
enough. Fair enough. I put down the figurine.
Mhm.
I say the command word.
You see the little cracks and veins in the marble begin to glow a radiant white as it expands.
I back up as it expands. I'm like, oh shit.
You hear like the cracking and smashing of stone, and as you look back after the light dims, you see a full marble elephant.
Merciful God!
Looking at
I
you with
love
bright,
him!
blinking eyes. Its
I
cold
run up
stone
and I-
trunk leans down and starts sniffing you.
I go and I hug this fucking titan creature. I love you.
Can it speak? I know it can it understands your languages and obeys your spoken commands. Fuck it. I feel like Crowbeak would be weird enough to let them speak.
She would.
You just feel the cold tentacle wrap around you. Thank you, sir.
They're amazing. They're also big.
Yes, sir. I am. Would you like a
Not
lift?
creepy in the least.
You are literally patron to a living cloud. Or a djinn. I'm not sure. Or whatever. I don't know much about genies. Leave me alone. As I hug my son. Look at this. Look at this. A big lad. I will get atop this huge
He
creature.
grabs you with his long trunk and puts you on his back.
Oh shit. Alright, let's go. Chop chop. Well, actually, this is probably the end of the day. Because I know this thing goes slower, according to the price tag. So, yeah. He'll the rest of the camp.
If any of you ever want to see something truly mind-altering, find someone to cast Otto's irresistible dance on an elephant.
You see its pupils shrink. I am worried for this outcome.
Pikachu, you are a material girl.
I am Pikachu.
Yes.
Yep, committed to that voice. Hi, Morgana, you missed the elephant and its voice.
Oh.
It is Pikachu, the marble elephant.
Why is that its name?
It's orc for marble.
Pyro named it Pikachu. I'm not going to make it something different, although I did consider it. But
He's been playing too much Pixelmon.
yup.
It's his fault.
So in the midst of the valley, you see this. To settle down at night, it kind of digs its stompers in, and then kind of loafs like a cat straight down.
It's stompers.
What are elephant feet?
It's not a hoof,
But-
but I feel like isn't there like I couldn't remember if there was like a
Their toes.
I couldn't remember if they had like a hard like a hoof.
They
or
don't. They have
something.
soft. They have toenails
then it's
and they
just
have
its feet.
soft pads.
Than just its
Yeah,
feet. Then
feet.
I couldn't remember if it did or didn't. All right. I'm sorry.
I
I'm
don't know,
not a biologist. That's on me.
I'm not a biologist either.
Shut up. Anyway,
How much does Pikachu weigh? Like what kind of elephant does this fucking look like? Just above board. I'm
it weighs as
curious.
much as a solid marble elephant would weigh.
God damn!
It heavy.
Pikachu, use bulldoze.
It's a heavy. That's the answer. Heavy.
Sometimes I forget that our DM is both smart and dumb at the same time.
Well, that's why I keep reminding you.
I'm glad.
Circling back down to the next day.
Yeah. When Pikachu goes back into his Pokeball.
Well, you have a day of travel with him. Well, you can action him back into the field.
Yeah. Yeah, blah. Pikachu. I will call on you in the time of need later on.
Of course. Places its nose, trunk into your
As I
hand.
stomp this in right here.
Lights up again and then shrinks, and now you have the figurine in your hand.
Alright. Now, it's a full ass week, so 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, pretty much right outside of Stonewater, he'll be right again.
So, Ken, D20.
Oh, right, my turn. Yeehaw. Yeah!
Alright. Roll me a d4 plus 1.
Oh, fuck.
Connor, what's the weather like?
A good question. Partly cloudy. Slight.
Handsome
melting-
meatballs.
3.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Norman. Where
Don't
was
pause so long next time.
I'm sorry, Okay. Alright, Karen. While traveling, your enhanced Ursine senses catch whiff of something.
And it acts smart using Ursine.
Sure. How dare I try and set the scene and
We
Make
can
it
go
cinematic.
there, cable stuff. Jeez. What do I sense, Connor?
you smell something irony or coppery on the wind. With a hint of mahogany.
Mahogany.
With a slight smell of sweat and adrenaline.
There's been a fight nearby.
Karen says out of the blue.
Yeah, I smell. I think blood.
Sorry.
Sweat. And mahogany. I pull. Is it like the direction we're going?
A little behind you all, actually. You all are passing it.
I'll point in the direction of it. That seems pretty strange. Should we check it out?
Most likely a fight.
If you want to find it, give me a perception check, Karen. And if you
I'm referring to my party because
Okay.
their opinions matter to me.
If there was a fight, there's a good chance there's corpses. Sorry.
Always a silver lining.
That's usually how it works. Yes.
No.
Let's check it out.
Yay!
That's 3 votes.
I hope you're not counting mine as a vote because I was pretty goddamn indifferent.
Go shove your head down between Morgana's tits. You're having a bad morning.
Morgana
Also-
holds her arms out.
Also, Morgana's phone going off. So
That's-
something's buzzing.
That's the sound of her waking up.
Something's buzzing in between those things. Go find out, Andariel. We gotta see what the fight is.
Well, give me a perception check, Karen, using scent.
So
I don't know if you
advantage.
have your bear gives you advantage on that.
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. Let's look.
Where? There's a fucking option for Goliath. Where? Jesus Christ.
Noted.
Noted. All right.
You were a brown bear, I think, is what the stat block is.
Yes, I think
Just
we
lets you
agreed. I
look
was
like
just
a polar bear.
Yeah.
Yeah, keen smell. You have advantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on smell.
Advantage.
As you see Karen's nose shifts into
Doesn't
bear
mean a
nose.
damn thing.
You're walking through and you all see some fresh prints in the snow of somebody on foot, and then a series of animal tracks, and then two, almost like a sled being pulled behind it. You see, seems like somebody was being chased through here. But Karen, that mahogany smell is still near you. Just sniff, 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 donk. You bump your foot on it, part the snow. Whoever was running seemed to have thrown a small chest down and covered in the snow, possibly in hopes of coming back for it. But they kept running.
So something seemed to be chasing them. Drop this. I show it to Zankiri.
It's a small lockbox. Actually, if they're in a rush, I'll just roll to see if it's even locked. It seems to have been quickly latched shut.
It's locked.
Simple lock.
Yes. Do we go after the guy who's being chased?
How long ago does it look like they were through here?
Seem pretty fresh. Rolled.
Yeah, probably no 10 minutes, maybe. You just missed them, but if they're running at full speed, that's...
We're not going to catch them.
We take the box. That seems not great.
They dropped it.
Yes.
You did see evidence, Karen, that it was planted and then snow was shoveled over it quickly.
Seems like it was intentionally dropped.
Any idea what's in it?
You're the one with the lockpick. Your guess is as good as mine, Silver. I jingle at him.
You hear a few things rattling around in it.
It's not gonna explode if I lockpick it, right?
You can't,
Make
I
an
can
investigation
guarantee you.
check to check for traps.
I can guarantee you nothing. Best I can do is it'll be funny. Also, again, the guy planned this on purpose.
Anyone got detect magic? Because I don't.
Dude.
And Andariel will use detect magic.
No magic lock. And you would see that there are some... How thick of wood can it penetrate?
Good foot or so.
Yeah, you can see inside that there are 3 distinct magic items.
Ah, we're stealing your guys' magic shit.
3 feet of wood.
Yeah, there's not a solid 3-foot chunk on the lid of this.
I don't think there's a solid fucking inch. It's just a lockbox.
Yeah, this thing's probably like maybe 3 foot long.
Well, I'll use my Deep's tools to try and unlock it. If anyone has any objections to it.
No objections.
Not really. I don't mind scavenging from the dead.
Not really comfortable, but the party wants to, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
Prometheus tools. Yep. Click.
Just fail. Sorry, brother.
Yeah. And roll me a d4.
Okay.
D4 grenades pop into existence.
D4 shadows appear right behind all of
2.
They all run for Andariel for some reason.
You open it and you see an emerald, a large, thick, oily salve, and what appears to be a spell scroll.
You have identified too.
Yeah, I'll identify.
Alright, you all identify. As Connor copy pastes in what they are. Oh, ignore the reroll part.
That was an emerald?
Yep, elemental gem
Got it.
emerald.
Reroll.
You loot gem and you just shove. Third level scrolls sending.
My favorite spell.
Damn, look at that spell we already have.
So, that's it.
What was the salve?
Okay,
Kyugen's limit. What is Kyugen's limit?
healing item.
2d8 plus 2, I think, and then it heals you of poison and disease.
You mean the condition that's like...
Yeah.
Shit.
That's off the top of my head.
Copy pasted. It's a glass jar, 3 inches in diameter. Contains a d4 plus 1 doses of thick mixture. Smell fairly of aloe. It has 2 doses left in it.
God! Well, I guess the guy needed it while where he was going.
Yeah.
Oh!
There were still
Travis-
tracks following it.
We might want to save some of this for Andariel's mom.
Oh, yeah.
That would
That
help.
would be appreciated.
So we all take this. Alright.
I don't see why not.
But the guy planned it on purpose, so they're probably coming back. Assuming they live. Can I look at the tracks, see what was chasing them?
Yeah, give me a investigation check. Or nature.
Alright. Oh, I do have nature. 8.
Okay. You see some some dog prints, and you see human boots, and you see those 2 lines that you assume is a sled. That's about it.
That was being chased?
That you see.
What
That's
chasing?
about the summation with an 8. You don't know how many
Fair
dogs
enough,
necessarily
fair
there are, or
Yeah.
how many people were on foot, but
Well, alright.
but
then
the
he'll
sled
hand
and dogs seem to be doing the chasing.
Yeah, he'll hand the sled off. Sorry, the box off to someone. Just like, all right, do what you will with it.
Like he just hands the ointment over to Andariel.
Yeah, I don't need to be carrying all the healing items.
Yes, let me banish him with 1 spell, so to deprive you of healing.
What is the ointment called?
Uh,
A very annoying word, Kyogen. Kyage? Kyoktums.
Killed him.
Kyogre.
Thank you. Okay.
Kyodam's ointment.
Just
What's-
punch the keyboard and say ointment.
What kind of gem did you say it was?
Emerald.
Emerald. That is
Water
air,
elemental.
right?
It says water elemental online.
Okay.
And a scroll of sending.
Yep.
Do wizards get sending? They do, because Fractals avoided taking that at several interventions.
I mean, yeah, I can copy it.
Yeah, so there you go, enjoy.
And an elemental gem. The water elemental inside. Who wants?
I've already got Pikachu.
I'm fine without it.
What is it?
You summon a water elemental with it.
but it's using the oh shit spell where if you lose concentration. So actually, you know, it might be good for you because you are in the back.
Actually, you can't lose. You're not casting the spell with this gem, so you don't lose concentration.
I could have sworn one of these things said it acts as if under the effects. Because if I recall, that's how we worked it with the gems Roy got back at the first thing.
I won't exactly stand by absolutely everything I did in campaign 1. I could have absolutely done it wrong.
So,
It says you can use your action to break the gem. A water elemental is summoned as if you would cast the conjure elemental spell, and the gem's magic is lost.
And under the spell, if you
yes, but you are not casting the spell.
But it is
But
as
it's as if
you're
you
casting the spell.
Yes.
So-
It does not take your concentration, though. These are intentional. This is how they word magic items that use spells that you're not concentrating on.
Roy wants a refund.
I mean,
a
that-
few hundred years in the fucking
That's
future time.
actually sort of not true because there's also like that weird mix-up with favorite foe with Hunter's Mark that you can't cast both of them, and the same kind of
Only
logic
it's
would
some sort of
go with that.
I see both.
I would
points.
think.
God damn. if only we had a grand arbiter of the dice that could rule on this.
Yeah,
If only.
it'll be DM's rule on it though.
Well, if you're not
Yeah,
concentrating on it, you don't command the elemental. So you would just summon one. If you are concentrating, then that's what gives you control over it. That's why if it's broken, the elemental doesn't disappear, instead you lose control of it. If you're never casting it, nor are you concentrating on it, if it's as if you had cast the spell, then you don't have control over it. Because the spell requires you to have concentration to control and command it. And no part of the magic item says that you control the creature you summon. So yes, that would be kind of a... if you don't have concentration on it and you don't control it, it's kind of just a smoke bomb that you throw to have people fight an enemy. Otherwise, you're concentrating on it, and it's basically just a spell scroll. So, I would say it's not concentration required, and it just summons a water elemental. There. Ruling.
Okay.
Tristan will remember this.
I guess I'll hold it.
Can I make a counter for one very
Sure.
specific thing? It's the exact same wording on the bowl of commanding water elementals, which I don't think we would argue doesn't allow you to command the water elementals. The elemental gems are a one-use version of the items that command the elementals, like the censer or the bowl.
A fair point, since it's a one-use item, I'm not going to split hairs over it. So yeah, you'd have control over it when you summon it. And then... the upsides of the spell without the downside of possibly losing control of it.
I'm going to invent time travel. I'm going to go back a few years, Colin. I'm going to tap you on the shoulder and say, this smart man on the internet said that this works this way. Let Roy have his belt.
Tough. So, you all have all these things.
So who wants it?
Like I did say
tr-
I wouldn't mind
Damn.
having it.
Not
Okay.
even fucking Fergus. Here's Tristan. Damn.
No racials, no speaking, no voice chat.
No Damn, Tristan.
No
I wish I could
concentration.
aspire to your levels of rogue. Man, it's straight up ducked in between the folds of the universe.
So, that I think you all have you would get there after that. And then you all end up in Etherfort. Did you all want to bother going shopping?
No.
Cool. Then here at Etherfort is where I'm going to take a short break to go swap my laundry over.
Okay.
See y'all soon. And welcome back to our session. So, we pick up as you all briefly pass by Etherfort. not caring enough to go in and shop, you all hammer home, or that's not the phrase I was looking for, but you all are just keep moving. Norman, would you give me the next d20?
Middle of the fucking road.
A 10. Nothing happens. You check out a day. Well, yeah. You all check out a day with no issue. Next up comes silver again.
Yep. Oof.
12. Well, here's weather for that day and the next. Oh, on your day, Norvin, there was a ley line shift for some wild magic. If anybody cast anything at 5th level, roll a d20.
Nope.
On a 1, wild magic surges.
All my 5th level spell slots gone to wasted. Damn you, Connor.
Y'all don't even have them yet, do you?
No.
Didn't think so. All right. Although that would have been funny to have happened with Abthur. Especially because it has like a very low
The
chance.
tower's fucking gone when we get there.
Yeah, it's rockets shoot out the bottom. It just SpaceX's to another planet. You add a day of travel from Tristan's or Silver's roll, as inclement weather just slows down the path.
Thanks, Tristan.
Huh?
Absolutely nothing you did, and he just wanted to be a shit.
Big Norvin gaming here.
Up next, Morgana. Yeah, inclement weather and part. Shut up, Shane.
A single rock fell out of the sky and nearly crushed the cart. We had to go around it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nobody knows where it came from.
But my aim is getting better. All right, a 7. You see somebody in half plate leaned up against a tree, sweating violently. You see they're right next to the road as you all are passing by. They take off their helmet and throw it down, and they are still red-faced, sweating, dripping. You would think they were I gotta turn down the ambiance for a second, hang on. You would think that they had come from a very hot environment, but despite being surrounded by snow, they seem to be burning up. They seem to continue, they then pull off their gauntlets and throw it down, leaning up against this tree, heavy breathing. You all are now 10 feet off from them with a 5-foot square between you and him.
If we had a silver for every time we spot an armored individual across the road, we would have 2 silver.
It's
It
not
is
a
not
lot.
a lot of money, but it is strange that it happened twice.
Agreed.
Damn you.
Well, maybe if I stab this one in the chest, something else will pop out. Hey, weary traveler, what ails you?
It speaks as if it has not had water in days. Just this scratchiest, incomprehensible speech. As you see it, like part of its now slightly charred looking skin falls off of its face. It's like scratching at its throat. It goes to pull out a water skin, turns it up, sand pours out of it into their mouth.
Can I roll
Like
an
you-
Arcana to identify whatever the fuck this is?
Sure.
First
Like
for the
it-
rest of its life. That's what.
I have a sudden urge to cast Watery Sphere on him to see if I can pull off a Gara sand prison.
Season 1 Gara. So good. Everything else, mood.
You can see Andariel very clearly. The armor he's wearing is cursed, and he's burning alive through some weird.
Karen just
Affliction.
walks over to him, smacks him in the back of the head. Kira, remove curse.
The armor jettisons off of him, and he starts just eating the snow.
Karen will also cast Create Food and Water.
And this lad in
He literally just walked over, smacked him in the back of the head. None of that. Armor flies off and just hands him an entire tray of food. And water. Fucking hydrate my boy.
and he's devouring it.
Oh, how long has he been without food and water?
Are you gonna try and bring up that he should be going?
No,
to the
I
shop?
wanna bring up this point to you.
Talking about refeeding.
That oh my god! Moments ago, okay.
Yes.
We'll say a day. He's been
He really should not be that hungry.
in 2 days, 2.5.
It's magic! Shut up!
Zanker will go check out the armor.
It seems that the curse has died down a little bit. Identify reveals that it's demon armor, demon half plate.
Demon half plate. What rarity is that?
Very rare.
Just because I can.
He's doing all right. He's got a few levels of exhaustion, but he ain't dead yet.
I ain't that proficient, brother. There. Just. I was gonna say I was gonna make him some tea, but I think he's had enough of anything hot.
Well, he's rapidly getting cold as he has like commoner's clothes on beneath him. As you would know, Zonkiri, you can't doff demon armor unless you get hit with remove curse.
Probably going to want to warm him up unless you want him freezing to death in the next hour or so.
Well, fuck. All right. Karen opens up his dad trunk of clothes, and gets out an outrageously large winter coat, full on Jon Snow shit. Just plop. Best I got.
All right. Which pair of clothes are you sacking to give this guy? Like traveler's clothes or winter clothes?
My traveler's clothes.
All right. Yeah, it should do him well enough to head back to Etherfort.
Hold on. What kind of armor did you say it was?
Half plate.
Demon armor.
Half plate demon armor.
You're gonna down your zombie, aren't you?
I mean, we could put that on a zombie, can't we?
This is your fault, Connor.
Hey, get an attack or damage dice of a D8 with a +1 to it, and then a +1 on its AC. I suppose.
Connor.
Mm-hmm.
Connor.
What kind of armor did you say it was?
Half plate.
Half plate.
Mm-hmm. I forgot about armoring the undead. That's on me.
Oh no, that's not what I was thinking about that anyway, but that wasn't what I asked a question about.
Okay.
Well, if he has a different idea, it's terrible or terrifying. Sorry. So anyway, the gentleman on the
Hang
floor.
on, I don't think he's done with his statement. What were you asking, Fergus?
What is it, Fergus? I'm scared. Don't hurt me.
Hello.
I'm very squishy.
Earth to the Eldritch One. Are you there? All right. I'm gonna
lose Fergus.
I'm assuming something popped up, like he had to go chase after his dog or something. And I'm just gonna move on. What were you saying, Pyro?
The lad on the floor. Yeah, just cure wounds him, give him some food. Now, where the fuck did you find that?
You do also notice as you throw into him the torn and battered clothes that he's been wearing for a while. He does
2 days.
He very clearly does have some sort of burns on his back. Specifically, you see him as he's putting on these traveler's clothes. What languages do you speak, Karen? Do you speak Abyssal, I should say?
Let's see.
I know Morgana does.
I speak Orc.
I just heard Fergus.
Hello?
Fergus?
As I was trying to say before my internet cut out and I have to go reset it, did you intend to change the heavy armor exclusive demon armor to a medium set of armor?
Yes.
Okay, cool. That was what I wanted to check on.
Okay.
Yes, I deliberately turned the plate into half plate. So from heavy to medium.
All right. So, yeah, the gentleman on the floor. Yeah, where the fuck did you get that? I speak Orc, Bear, and Common.
Yeah. So those of you who speak or are able to read Abyssal, so Andariel and Morgana at least.
If only we had someone who could read anything.
You see what is essentially the mark of a demon, similar to Dat's brands of castigation. You see similarly a brand carved into the back of this guy's back that matches a emblem on the armor, and you can smell the freshly made sulfur of a Faustian bargain on the guy.
I got to remove curse again.
There's nothing you can do. You can make me a religion check to identify the specifics of what's happened to him.
Oh, it's one of the those super curses that you like. All right. What is it?
Religion check.
Nature?
Religion.
Yeah. I'm more of like a feel it out kind of religion. Yeah, thank you, Andariel.
This guy very clearly made a deal for this armor, and was then thoroughly fucked by it, and now still owes whatever he promised.
He's an idiot. Is what
yes.
Is what I'm hearing.
He's incredibly thoroughly fucked. His soul belongs to a devil now, or a demon rather, and the armor he got for it, he just about fucking killed him.
All right, so
good sir.
You'd also gain that what caused it to have problems is seemed he was trying to avoid parts of whatever bargain he made.
Good sir. What particular demon did you make a deal with?
After he kind of his throat's a little scratchy, but he's got water in him now. And just
yeah,
I don't know its name.
Oh, wow! You're a special brand of dumb.
I was walking and I was lost, and it said it could show me the way back, and then I said I would. What did I say I would do?
Not remember.
Where am I again?
Oh fuck! He's got. Oh. Wait a minute! Fuck you, Connor! Fuck everything about you!
What?
Fuck off! Amnesiac demon.
What?
Deal guy.
I don't know what you mean.
I'll cut you right here and now.
Ask him to.
What race is he, Connor? What race is he?
Seems to be a half elf.
Yeah. I put this guy out of his misery right now. He's got a bad several years going. Trust me, it's for your own good.
Did all that really happen?
No. No, it did not.
But he is a half elf.
Yeah.
With big gaps in his memory?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, is he blonde or did you already make him silver already? Fucker.
He's still blonde.
Yeah, that's my fucking. Wait a minute.
So on a long trek back to Aether Fort.
I mean, technically, we just sent him to Crowbeak to see what happens there.
Oh God.
He made a decision. He made a deal with the devil.
Demon.
Whose name he didn't even bother to get the name with.
He says demon to you to correct you.
Demon.
So I don't really care what happens to him.
All right.
Wow, such compassion for someone who's persecuted so much. I faint at your callousness. Anyway,
which direction was the town you all came from?
Okay,
that way.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's that way along our tracks. I would be careful.
There's a boulder in the path about a half day's journey back.
Yeah.
You see that you're going the right direction.
Gotcha.
Does he appear to be
he does appear to have no weapon. You all wouldn't happen to have any rope, would you?
Rope?
You need a sizable tree.
Not
What?
Not what you're thinking,
What?
but you know what?
Everyone, damn, Mogana! Jeez!
I mean, I was thinking that. I'm not
They're
lying.
all thinking it, but
Morgana about to offer to hitch it for him. Just
what do you need the rope for, son?
bit makes it a bit more wieldy to drag the armor.
What do you need to do with the armor? Or matter of fact, why are you trying to take the armor?
Well, fuck! If I've sold my soul for it, I might as well keep it.
I want to argue that, but I no Connor. I refuse.
just
I refuse to argue with you on this.
someone already check what the armor is.
It's demon armor, demon half weight.
I put it in Excordia chat.
I'm just gonna let you know here. You see that guy right there, the one exuding a aura of fear and despair. I think the armor is his now. It would be in your best interest not to touch that. Now, if you need help, there is this this old lady, kind of a hag, somewhat down past Etherfort. Pull out a map called Moonwatch. If you get issues with this kind of thing, you should talk to her. If anyone's better to have a deal with, it's her. She's done a lot for us. Cost a bit of money, but she'll get you to work for it. That's that one. It is, and after this goes, is it my problem?
And so is Etherport like a small little town to stop in it, or like a little
It is rather
hamlet?
large.
Etherfort's a very looks at city map.
It is the capital.
A very capital of the continent.
Do you have any idea as to where you are, even remotely?
He just kind of stares for a minute, biting his lip.
Does he keep staring at me in particular?
On snow. So north.
Do you know where
Chicken?
you were previously?
You immediately recognize the continent he says, Tristan. As he says, North Chikath? You should recognize the continent of Chikath.
Alright.
Isn't that where I'm from?
Ding, ding, ding.
You're a long way from home, son.
Yeah, that is across the sea. I mean, the ocean.
So are you very attached to liberating the armor off of me?
I would, Connor, real quick.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
This amnesia is probably a part of that Uber curse, isn't it? Because remove curse says all curses.
Yeah.
So it's gotta be that upgraded one you were talking about, right?
You keep trying to say upgraded curse. This is just part of a bargain he made. There is no more curse affecting him. This is all just the consenting bargain he entered into.
So he consented to lose his memory. Bad boy.
Or was
he
part of it? Yeah.
Yeah. Poor farm boy doing dumb shit, man. Fucker.
Given current evidence, you were very lost.
Tell you what, why don't we make a deal?
Apparently I have a track record for those, so why not?
You can, if no one here has objections, ride with us to our next stop. A fraction of civilization. That way you don't get eaten by a wolf or something. In exchange, you give us the armor. Who knows? Maybe along the way I'll be able to figure out what demon has its claws around your soul. For now.
Make me a persuasion check.
With advantage, because that's a pretty good fucking deal.
He also has a history of like, hey, I just sold one soul. Do I really want to get into bed with another deal maker? Yeah.
Although it would be hilarious. He looks at the he looks at this demon from the abyss. He's just like, make a deal with him. He looks at Zunkir. He's like, but that guy, that guy I don't trust.
Let's go shifty, not nose.
You notice that he really definitely doesn't trust whatever you're offering, but he goes, all right, well, sure. It's not like I've got much else to lose.
By the way, we didn't catch your name. Go on, Connor. I dare you.
That
Be right
would
back.
be interesting. Because it is a good name. It's a real good name. It's, Branch Snowleaf. That's me, Branch Snowleaf. You
I'm gonna call
very
you
clearly
Ron.
just saw him look around the environment.
I'm gonna call you Ron.
I'm tree ground.
I'm done with this.
We
As
are
I get
Morgana.
Andariel will put her hand to her face when Morgana says that. Oh,
Morgan. Mid lane?
Hop in the cart and let the skeleton undead take the armors.
Alright. Can do. And he just kind of sits there, a little bit stunned on out of the skillet into the frying pan, I guess. What's the worst that could happen?
Out of the skillet and into the frying pan.
Isn't that the saying?
No.
What is the saying?
Skillet and frying pan are the same thing, basically.
it's out of the pan and into the fire.
Well,
Also,
yeah,
if you're-
that's the point, is that they're the same thing, is that you're just going from one bad situation to
No,
another.
it's not.
No, Connor, it's the skillet into the fire!
It's
Hotter
that
to hotter!
it's that you're getting out of a bad situation into a worse one.
See, I've always heard it out of the skillet into the frying pan.
Well, you're wrong.
Well, you heard it wrong. Constantly.
Yeah.
Well, what he was using for it would make sense.
So yeah,
Anyway,
he's
we go.
sitting on your cart now as you all lug up the demon armor onto the cart.
I
Anybody
refuse.
fancy a game of dice? I also don't have any dice.
I refuse to engage with this NPC.
You've also had to show me how to play dice.
Lankir just turns to one of the skeletons. You teach him how to play knuckle bones.
It pulls off its hand. Connor doesn't really. I'm assuming this is a made-up thing. Wait, no. Knuckle bones is the one where you just punch each other's fist, isn't it?
No.
No, knuckle bones is the old name for dice because
Oh.
you'd make dice out of the knuckle bones of creatures.
You talk to me about not knowing culture. God damn, Connor.
What's the game where you kids would play in like middle school where they would just punch each other till they
Knuckles. Literally
That's
just knuckles.
That's it.
I've heard it called punchies too. Jesus fucking God.
What stat would I use for a deck of cards?
I don't know.
Dex.
Just play
Not-
straight
Sleight of
D20.
hand is nice.
If you want to cheat, sleight of hand. Otherwise,
Charisma.
I don't know. I've been informed that using intelligence for that is cheating. At
yeah.
least that's what the casino said.
Charisma. I don't know.
It's straight
Fuck.
D20.
yeah.
Rip my proficiency.
D20 plus for proficiency.
Well, if you're
bonus
proficient
is-
in card games, you get to add your proficiency. I'm just not entirely sure what fucking stat that would be. I guess it would be intelligence, but you win. As you're playing,
Morgana's poke. No, wait.
let's call it Hold'em. And you see he just lays down like,
Wait, I know this perfectly good game is called Mercantile. It's from off
and you're smote on the spot, new character.
All fair play, fucker. Don't do it if you don't want it back.
And you proceed. If you finish a round, he goes, "So, what were the rules to that?"
Well, you see with
Kinda
Mercantile,
just-
you got these.
kind of just looked at what you did. Wasn't quite sure how to play, and the rest of your trip is just filled with Amnesiac trying to convince you desperately that he's not an amnesiac.
Morgana will not explain it to him. They'll keep handing him cards.
And you keep winning.
Can
In fact-
Zankiri examine him, see if he can figure out the sigil sign or whatever of
Sure.
the demon he made a.
Make a religion check. Or Arcana. Different results depending on which you choose. Identifying the demon's more likely for religion. Identifying the nature of his deal is more Arcana.
Cool. Hey, Karen, can I get a guidance?
See, he doesn't have to beg for guidance.
I will give you guys.
Appreciate it.
My soul is being sapped from like 3 different directions.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't have
What
the energy.
soul?
Damn it!
Exactly 3 parts, in fact.
I hate you. I hate
You walked into that one.
I did, and I hate it.
So it doesn't seem to be a particularly powerful demon. You're able to ascertain its true name from the writing on the back of it. With a 20, it definitely has. It seems like it is some sort of bloodthirsty bargain he's made that he's due to. He has to kill and literally draw blood as part of the deal he's made.
Yeah, getting an idea of what kind of demon it is.
If Connor knew the extensive different kinds of demons, perhaps.
Describe to me what you are thinking.
Probably somewhere north of Atanarok, just a bloodthirsty, death and mauling
Pretty,
obsessed demon.
Pretty specific wording there, Connor. Would you say is a problem with Orkin? Maybe just
Sure.
Yeah,
I mean, who knows?
Yeah, man, who knows? Yeah.
So, something obsessed with what?
Carnage, massacring people, violence. Not necessarily just the killing, but the brutality of it.
Would you say perhaps a being that lives for war?
Yeah.
And is basically a walking arsenal. They fight all the time, even if they can't find another enemy. They're stupid, utterly savage, driven by unrelenting bloodlust, bent on death and slaughter.
Yeah.
Sounds about right to me.
Sounds close enough.
Right, in that case, probably looking at an Armonite.
Yeah, that's about the CR I was expecting. Yeah. Armonite. You detected. Demon Centaur. Neat.
No flashbacks to Lucifer and Dante's Inferno.
No.
Yeah, this guy's fucked, by the way.
You'd think that. He's remarkably durable.
If you don't get
I
what we're
think he's-
doing, Fergus, the details of this guy sound stunningly similar to Pyro's first character with me.
Thanos?
Oh.
With me. His name was Roy. He was a
It
hexblade
was Thanos.
warlock.
Yeah.
He was a farm boy. Sold his soul to protect against a orc invasion. Then he woke up with amnesia, and his whole village was dead.
Found out that he killed his own.
I would like to
village,
point out. I would like to point out
and
that
his
part.
pack demon was
I
now
didn't write
destroying
that.
the world.
I didn't write that. Connor did. Let me know.
That's what all the references we're making are. I just wanted to clue you
I
in.
figured it was a reference to one of his old characters based on how he was reacting. I just didn't know which
Yeah.
one.
I will be
Everything's
beating
a
you.
Roy reference.
I'm going to appear to you, Connor, in your dreams. Martyr is going to be corrupted, but not by that. It's going to be one of the old Castians. I'm going to turn you into a Slaaneshi demon because fuck you.
I'll work with it. Anyway,
Slap a pair of tits on him.
I
next.
take out my sending stone and tell my dad that something is going down in Jaketh.
You tell him somewhere north in the northern region of Jaketh or somewhere.
There's packs. There's people making packs of battle rage.
The message you receive is more or less of a. It's just a 10-4. We'll look into it. And then asking how you know, like source.
Because we just found an
Sending
amnesiac
stuff.
guy. Yeah. Next day, because we found another guy with amnesia carrying cursed battle armor.
The classic. All right, we'll look into it. So, you described to him a dime a dozen case of, okay, somebody sold their soul. Now they don't remember the deal they made. Okay.
Damn it, doesn't you say?
Next person I believe is Fergus again. It's on Carrie.
Every slight against me will be tallied.
D20.
Well, stop making slights so easily.
Stop making Norbans.
Oh. Minus a day of travel. You'll move quicker. As somehow an anti-rock falls in the path and you move faster. I don't know. Clear weather.
It's a slime from fucking Portal.
Or, we find a shortcut.
Sure. Shortcut.
No,
works.
it has to be obtuse and out of this world.
Or rubber goose, green goose.
Okay, we find an unearthly road, which is literally a magical shortcut.
A Fey tunnel, yes, of course.
Yes.
I agree, Zinkiri. Let's go.
You will cut off a day of travel. Back up to Cairn for the last. You have 3 more days. Also, your elephant should be back now.
Yes, it's on here or the next one. 12.
Nothing happens. Norvin.
Yeah.
Also, did you kick the guy off at near Stonewater and tell him just to walk that way, or are you taking him all the way to Blackmere?
Zunkiri will give him a phantom steed to head to Stonewater.
Gotcha.
And
he leaves the armor with you.
I will tell my father that the guy with the curse, that did the pack deal, is going to Stonewater. If there's anybody there that could possibly pick him up and see what his curse is and help break it. See what his pact is and help break it. Go right ahead.
Gotcha. Hey, Norvin, roll me a d4 plus 1.
D4 plus 1 shadows.
Yeah, that's what it is. Not loot this time.
Yeah.
Be 5.
Yep. Should be 5. Right. While strolling along, you come across a what's something fresh? This area. Oh, you're closer to Freywick. You find just a whole murdered monster person. I say quote monster. It's just like a tiefling or an orc. It's a monstrous race, but clearly was sentient. Just stabbed with spears, face down in the snow. Clearly dead for a while, but you see there's a bag on him with some stuff. Upon opening it, you find 3 healing potions, a scroll of Wrathful Smite, and a scroll of Blur.
Could I have one of those potions?
And I'll
Just
say
one.
it's a goblin that you find face down.
Oh no, is he a werebarrow goblin?
He's got a pair of bifocals on, combed hair that's been matted by blood. No shade. He's not a mind goblin.
Friendly people being around here.
It would appear so. What type of potions are these? Or I mean, what tier? What tier?
Lowest,
What tier?
just a regular potion healing.
All right, I'll take one of those.
And yes, one of them is a scroll of Wrathful Smite. It's interesting that someone would bother making into a scroll, but So Wrathful Smite and Blur were the two scrolls.
Interesting.
So,
Hey,
heyo.
Silva,
Yeah.
catch. And they'll toss over the scroll of blur.
Am I
If you-
being the water mage right now?
What?
What was it that you handed me? A scroll of water?
Blur.
Oh, blur. I heard water.
You need to.
He's just forcefully rebranding you into a water mage. Hey, I've got you these new blue robes. Try them on.
No, it's a sorcerer, wizard, artificer spell, and I already have blur copied, so I don't have any use for it.
Yeah.
And for you, that'll just be a free casting of Blur. You won't have to make a check for it.
Right.
So congrats. And then, Andariel, you have your Potion of Wrathful Smite for whatever you want to do with that.
Right now. Let me see.
And then, Silver, go ahead and roll me the d20 for the penultimate day.
Yeah. Oof. Well, it's the penultimate day.
So as you're riding in, Andariel, roll me a history check. I want to see if you remember something. Yeah.
This fucker has landmines. I'm suing you.
What am I rolling?
A history check. To recall your time when you lived on this half of the continent. You swear there was a lake around here somewhere. I wonder where it... You hear a loud crack underneath you.
Karen, please tell me you prepped water walk.
Ever since you did that,
You gave me advantage on that, right? I lived here for like 10 fucking years.
Comedic timing. The event is that you all have ridden over a frozen over lake with snow atop it, and you hear a large crack.
Darrell starts to float.
Karen is going to slowly reach over towards Sinky. No sudden movements.
Andariel, now would be a really good time for a wall of force under us.
Sure. And she will do so.
Okay. I will cast a water walk on the party. I'm going to just do it instead of a ritual. So that the DM doesn't get any funny hee ha ha ideas. Do you understand, Connor?
We'll see. So you cast it. Everybody's hit with water walk. Yay!
Morgana will grab the cart to make sure it doesn't go under.
Oh, the wall of force is below you all still for a minute, 10 minutes.
No, I meant as we're walking on water.
Oh, you're gonna carry the cart.
Can't put water walk on the cart.
Exactly.
Yeah. So Morgana and the skeletons just hoof it.
And you'll proceed to walk over the
Frozen
lake until you get onto solid ground.
Call me the Caraboomer.
And you plant it. And I'm imagining only after it's planted back on ground, then in Daria you float back down to sit.
So, hey guys, there's a frozen lake around here. Let's look at it.
Apparently, despite the fact that I lived here for 10 years, I don't remember simple things like a giant fucking lake that
Pretty
freezes over
straight.
every summer. I mean,
Pretty
every winter.
fucking, a pretty
Yeah,
strange.
it's really fucking weird.
Yeah, weird. Strangely, almost an oversight looks to this guy.
I mean,
Stairs down.
I mean,
to
you.
to be fair, we're like 40 miles from town. How often did you come out this far?
Were you shut in?
No,
There we go.
I was a research assistant, and I was sent to get plenty of supplies constantly. I also came out here on dates to this lake.
Raises
You
an
actually
eyebrow.
had dates.
Ah! I wasn't gonna say it.
I imagine that's Karen wailing like that.
Ah! Yeah, he just goes ah.
Yes, I had dates.
Was it your sparkling personality? Oh come on! I get that one at least. Leave me alone.
It'd be so funny when she only
Can't
ate
have nothing!
Karen. Silver started dogging on her, then Karen added on, and she's only gonna have beef with Karen. I can see it.
I can't have anything. Just
No comment.
Let's go.
Karen just face plants into the lake. He can't. The water walks on. Just starts sliding.
It'd normally be Morgana, but because it's her town, I'm gonna have Norman roll one more time for the last day. See if anything funny happens.
Please do.
Minus a day of travel.
A freak snowstorm. What?
No travel roll. And as you come in, clear skies actually.
What the fucking?
I mean, it's obvious. We cut a day off for travel by cutting across the lake.
There you go.
Pikachu. Use rollout. Okay.
And you all roll into Blackmere. A quaint little town. You see that not a very unique town. It looks very just copy-paste, mostly human, some half-elf. You don't see any half-orcs or monstrous races.
With the exception of the one that's walking next to you.
Yeah.
Hey.
You all stick out like sore thumbs. Almost as much as the giant fucking wizard's tower that almost... It's up on an okay-sized hill that almost literally towers over the rest of the town. It's beautifully decadent on the outside. And you can kind of see there's a bit of a tone you can tell about how the city views this tower based on how it's literally on a pedestal. And remembering that they sent Abthur as their representative. As you're passing through, you see just plain
They
Jane.
sent him because it would be a week they didn't have to deal with him.
Yes, that's what I'm getting at. They view him. They think he's. Let me phrase the sentence correctly. They view him as viewing himself as above them, and they'd be correct, somewhat.
As he is.
Yeah.
Somewhat.
And you all make your way over to Abthur's tower, where Andariel, you do remember exactly where the traps are, and decide to leave the cart outside of the minefield.
She ain't knocking, she's walking in.
As you're walking through, you're like, glyph of warding, glyph of warding, glyph of warding, glyph of warding. And you pass straight through a magical bubble. Knock, knock, knock. Or do you just straight up open the door?
Oh, she just straight up opens the door. She's home.
All the arcane locks still have you as with permission to enter. Just
Yeah.
The rest of you all follow with.
Yes.
Who's
The guy is right behind her.
That's what I was looking for. Give me a dexterity save, Morgana.
I knew it.
She's doing this. Morgana's going to turn around. No, wait! As she has to make the save.
Yeah.
Danger sense.
A trapdoor is opening up below you, so
Better than to walk into another wizard's tower uninvited.
Would this be danger sense?
Technically, you didn't see the trapdoor because it's basically a welcome mat, so I don't think so. Post danger sense. You have to see it coming, right? What's the thing? A surprise
You have
trap?
to be capable.
Effects that you can see, such as traps and spells. That's
Okay,
what
yeah,
it
then
said.
you'd have advantage.
Thank God.
18.
I guess I didn't need it.
You see some sort of large summoned creature just starts gnashing its teeth and jumping up against its chain as you grab onto the edge and pull yourself up before it recloses.
Wow, an Otiug. That's a statement. They're shit
Doesn't
eaters.
like visitors.
You
She's
see
gonna
there's-
turn and just yell down the hall, "Newest apprentice!"
You see that there's. I was about to say there's one 10 feet away from you who's just stunned that somebody stormed in.
Is it the well, I have to wait for her to speak. When she speaks though, do I recognize the voice?
This seems to be somebody new. You see a young what are they? Halfling. Just he's standing there, thick rimmed glasses, staring with a book and quill. Just hi.
Hi. Inform Abthur that Andariel is home.
Reaches over to a bell that you know is the alarm.
She'll cast Banish on him.
All right.
Later, bitch.
Bye.
Later, bitch.
And you just see the quill just floats down.
She'll walk over.
You go over-
Other newest.
You walk over and you see the little horn that's well fused onto the stone. That's essentially just a intercom.
She goes over, presses it. Abthur.
And you all hear echoing through the tower. Abthur, Abthur, Abthur.
That tone bothers me throughout my spine.
And apparating about 15 feet from you, the transmutation wizard in a not wizard robes, but more like a bathrobe appears. Well,
Oh God, close the rope!
Run up to him and give him a hug.
Oh God!
the robe is closed, heathen.
Yes, the robe is clothed, and even underneath it, he has clothing on.
He's just comfy. He's
It's
hugging-
also where he stores things to throw at people.
You do definitely feel a few large objects in the chest pockets of it, just ready to be tossed. Actually, you know what? I'm making it a robe of useful items, but it's just heavy shit that he can pull off the patch and throw at people. And he hugs you back. Well, that's good to see you.
The gnome will be back in about 30 seconds.
Oh, you. Right, one of the apprentices. Mm-hmm. I didn't realize you were coming to visit.
Yeah, I actually had a sending set, and, standard happened.
I'll make sure that doesn't happen
I
again.
need a big favor from you.
Uh-oh.
I'll pay for the costs, but I need to go to where I was born.
So you need to go back to Itadia.
Yes, I need to collect my mother. She's very sick, and I need to get her out of there.
It's now that he notices the rest of the party kind of standing just behind the threshold of the door. Oh, hang on.
Yeah, and they need in.
He waves his hand. A little green ring appears around the door frame. Come on in. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
I'll wait for someone else to cross the threshold.
I push in.
As you walk in, you just see like a flash of confetti shoots out at you. It's good
Yeah, no, I was gonna push Karen in.
Oh.
That's what I was gonna do.
Make a strength check, my brother.
Yeah,
in Christ.
grapple contest. Strength from you,
He's gonna win.
and then strength or dexterity from you, Karen. Or
And,
athletics or acrobatics.
Don't you sub that for your armor, or are you?
No, only
This
attacks
is-
that he gets sub
I'm
to
It's
intelligence.
basically a shove.
Sadly, I do
Just
not
shove it back.
have
I don't know.
armor of strength on.
Only the
I
plus
don't
3, so.
I do not have the Morgana strength app.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Karen's just
Uh,
yeah. You
I
got a
know
chance.
that's the problem.
I
Athletics.
mean, I do have a chance. Athletics.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait, how do you only have a +3 in athletics? I thought the bear gave you 19.
Yay!
Yeah.
Oh
Because
yeah.
the-
Wait. Whoa. What? Oh right. I never changed it back from the. Yeah. Hang on. I got it.
Oh, you.
So what is
Yeah,
your
from the
actual total?
it's
Well-
only a +1, so it'd be 8. I only got hit by the shadow once.
Gotcha.
Right. So you're.
You do
It's a
push
8
him in.
versus 11.
So Silver, you grab onto the back of Karen's neck and shove. And Karen, for a moment, your blood runs cold as you see a bright flash of arcane light as you cross the threshold, just to have confetti splatter against your face. And have their laugh. Okay. And then he turns off the confetti trap. Now you all can
Karen's
actually
eyes, they turn red. Stress.
Oh yes, Karen. Attack the wizard in his tower.
No, let him
I
do
never
it.
And she's just gonna turn and start heading towards the reading room.
I never said I would.
So,
I think those red eyes are towards me
We'll talk.
as I walk past them.
there's no trap. The rest of you all enter in. And he does tell you, I would recommend sticking with Andariel. Though, or he say Andy. I'd recommend sticking with Andy if I were you. It would not be good for your health to wander into forbidden places.
Blink.
It's the #1 complaint of my apprentices. So, Andy, you were needing that favor to go to Itadia because your mother's sick.
Yes.
Now, Norvin. He has never been.
I'm aware that he can do it, but there is a chance for failure.
Gotcha. That's what I wanted to remind you of, that he's not been there, and you will have been. The level for the teleport spell will be described. 'Cause he's
Yep.
not been there, but he
Hold on.
will. You ask him, and he will.
She has nothing left from that continent either.
Hold on.
She did not keep fucking anything.
He's begrudging for a bit, and then he goes, "All right, so I'll try and teleport you and your." He starts to say F companions.
Companions. Yes. She points at Morgana. Family.
All right.
Companions. Points at the others.
Well, she pointed at Sunkirian's.
Companions.
She
Gary.
considers you a companion.
Okay. Before we start disapparating, might I make a suggestion?
Fire away.
Abthur, would you happen to know how to scry?
Let me check. Spell scroll or spellbook operates. I do.
Try on the location then.
Yes, perhaps it would be best to scry on Andariel's mother, giving you a much higher chance of us not obliterating ourselves in a teleportation accident.
Fair. All right.
And out of character, if you can see an area when you cast teleport, it counts as very familiar.
Neat. So, he will show you all. This is a beautiful little wizard's tower. It's kind of got a cottagecore kind of aesthetic. It's got a cozy, small little dark gray stone room with some light reading bookshelves and like a waiting area. And you see the cornerstone on each of these archways has a rune embedded on them. And as he walks up to one, he waves his hand, and the rune changes, and then the rune behind it seems to transmute into a different function. And so you see what was some sort of rec room, waves his hand, teleportation room. And he takes his other hand and flicks it behind him, and the door frame to the opposite just becomes an X and becomes a solid stone block. And then lastly, there seems to be a almost like a tensor's floating disc with a sigil around it. It has little specks of dust that float up into a hole in the ceiling. And he brings you all into the teleportation room. And Andariel, you know this is the fitting thing for him. He shifts his tower around on a whim. He has a series there. All these rooms technically always exist. It's just when he alters the room, it changes it to be in a different form. But they all do. It's moving a demiplane basically attached to it, on and off based on which rune he keys in. And you'll step in. It's you see there's like a little teleportation sickness, aka jet lag, recovery station. There's a couple chairs. And a teleportation circle in the middle. You now know Abthur's teleportation circle.
You don't happen to have a scroll of teleportation, do you? Again, it's something I'll pay for.
Let me go check. The intern you were speaking of is the one who keeps track of which scrolls I have.
Oh, he should be back by now.
No, not that one. The one you spoke to, one the sending.
Oh.
1 moment. Disapparates. You all left there for a couple minutes. Is there anything you want to talk about?
See, much nicer when he's not being forced to do something he really doesn't want to do, is he?
So
I wonder why he's happy about it. Because we're going to be test subjects, or he's getting paid for it.
Because he's helping me. He may not show it, but he does love me.
Oh, I can see it, Andy.
And Andariel. There's like 3 people in the world that are allowed to call me Andy.
I just call you a pain in
You're
my
definitely not one of them.
One of them left, the other is in the room, and the other one is where we're going.
Pretty much,
That's-
yes.
Morgana just mumbles under.
Curious.
It's scratching her face.
You okay? And what are you curious about?
Just how powerful of magic have you seen Abthur conjure?
Pretty high.
All sorts of random things. He's not much for showing off. The entire moving rooms around or whatever he does with that is more of a convenience thing to him. Less walking.
This impromptu episode of Death Battle. We would like to bring.
God damn it.
Why?
My name's.
As a practitioner of the arcane arts, it's always a good idea to have an understanding.
What would be the highest level spell I've ever seen Abthur cast?
It's funny you should say that. You give me a Arcana check. He's done some weird shit. Sometimes you've noticed when something's about to blow up, he seems to move really fucking fast. It almost seems like teleporting, but he ends up grabbing you and a few other things and then being outside the room by the time the explosion happens. From the time he sees the spark. It's almost like...
Like time stop?
Yeah. I was about to say, it's almost like he's able to stop.
It's stand! He can stop time!
Wouldn't time stop not let him manipulate anyone else?
Let me have this.
No.
Narrative moments, you're right. Anything that's not strictly a 5e
I think
spell.
time stop's cool.
Yeah, it is. Cool.
This is what we call being in a wizard's tower. They can do whatever the fuck they
Lair
want.
action be like.
She'll describe that. That's probably one of the weirdest things I've seen him do. Spells blow up on him more often than not. So I've seen him do it on multiple occasions.
say he's transmuting time and space. There we go.
Temporal transmutation. Now that takes some skill.
I mean, the people of this city genuinely hate him. But they're too scared of him to try anything.
Story of my life.
But they also trust them enough to kind of give him a position of power. I mean, he doesn't abuse it. He's just... Hell, he doesn't technically even want it.
It's more of a punishment for him.
What do you mean he doesn't want it? Why be here then?
Because it was a convenient tower that he took from someone. He didn't build this tower. He likes to say inherited it, but he used loopholes and general wizardry fuckery to get it. The previous owner was stuck in the astral sea for an extended period of time, and Abthur just
Moved in.
yeah,
Yoink.
and moved them out.
Clever.
Waste not, want not.
Free real estate.
Very
I mean, that's what I've heard from the town, and you ask Abthur about it. It was an empty tower he found, and he just moved in. There was nobody living here. He always stresses the word living.
Yeah. I look forward to him working for me.
It's about then.
Wouldn't
you see
count
Abthur.
on it. Wouldn't count on him working against you either, though. He's more of a you leave me alone, I'll leave you alone kind of guy.
It's about then that he apparates back in full wizardry robes, the whole 9 yards, with a scroll in hand. All right. Nice and ready.
How much do I owe you?
Nothing. Take it. Slaps it into your hand. Curls your fingers around it.
Thank you. I'll find a way to pay you back.
No, you won't. So, I feel like I need to give you all a warning. You see, he pulls a book out from inside of his.
Actually, real quick. She's gonna try and do this sneakily, but she's not very sneaky. She does have a dwarven crown worth 250 gold, and that kind of fits right in his.
Yeah.
And she also has 35 gold worth of sapphire dust. She's just gonna leave it on a counter somewhere. Both of them.
I'll do you one better. You know the key to his reagents room. If you want to try and sneakily just send them to the reagents room, where you know he definitely does not keep he has a ledger of all the stuff he has in there. He definitely does not know all of it.
Yeah.
You could give me
All
a
right.
sleight of hand or arcana check to just try and subtly send them on their way.
The +2 skill or the +8 skill?
Risk it.
14.
Roll the +2 skill real quick.
Okay.
Oh, damn.
You just...
I thought God would reward risk.
You just dig the toe of your shoe and draw the rune.
Yeah, it was muted.
Sit them on top and think the
So you don't have any cards.
command word for it, and silently they get taken. He doesn't seem to notice. Or at least he doesn't say anything.
And both of those are removed from my inventory, finally.
And as he's pulling out this book, flicks his hand, stone chairs and tables apparate. So, slams down a book that says Itadia, a complete history. Opens it to an early chapter. So this continent's not very hospitable, as you may have been told. It's
As
got
I've lived, yes.
Yeah, it's got a nasty habit of altering magical creatures, and especially those who are able to cast magic. Generally, as a rule, I don't go there because I don't want to catch anything. But I'm making an exception. Traces a glyph in the air, illusions out. Zip, you see a projection of a large red crystal that emanates this dark red energy. These are called Jotun blood by the locals. There's no scientific name to them other than that they are more or less concentrated badness. They can infect people who spend proximity with them, in close proximity of them, and alter their ability to cast magic or their interaction with magic items. So usually, the cities over there try and ban magic items altogether, and there's a fair amount of them that ban magic casters to prevent people from bringing anything in. Now, in those same cities usually then have some sort of arcanist or as the head of the city, but that's another matter altogether. Where we're teleporting... well, hang on. He pulls out a crystal ball and sits it on his table. We're about to find out, but if it's got a high concentration of it, you might want to be braced, because it might not take long for you to start to feel the effects. Generally, if you spend an extended period of time, it starts spreading from arcane magic to nature magic to divine magic, all the way up to any form. And once you reach
We're
that
gonna have
point,
to get off the island before we can use the scroll.
pretty good idea. I don't particularly plan on sticking around. I will be teleporting back here as soon as I can. You don't need me to stick around, I hope.
No.
Good. Alright.
I know how much you hate the sun.
Pasty complexion. Now,
She just kind of gives him a look like, I'm paler than you, asshat.
you see this subtle, ever so subtlest curl of a smirk. Now, do any of you happen to have any life-sustaining magical doodads? Things that keep you alive, that are purely magic? Especially arcane?
Morgana looks down, puts her hands on her chest.
I'm taking that as an admission. Correct? That's a yes?
She's a warforged, so
Hmm.
yes.
Magical heart.
Have you seen it? It's arcane in nature, correct?
No, I think it's nature.
All right, so you get a little bit longer.
Druidic in nature, I would guess. Blood-made plants.
Well, you might have a little bit better time. You, however, points at Zankiri and Andariel. You are going to have a hard time casting anything when you get there. The more it gets to warp, the longer it takes for the effect to wear off. So if you can help it, avoid any magical spells, any summons, any... honestly, keep your familiars dismissed. Don't cast anything. Don't use cantrips. You'll probably end up having to use them, but you've been warned. It'll probably cause problems.
I'm guessing that also applies to me.
Oh, and if you have any magic items, I would recommend finding a way to get them. Well, I'm not letting you store it. I'm not letting you store them here. Wish you the best of luck if you got a lot of magic items. It's kind of a magnet for the stuff.
Man, I'm being there long. Collector, get the hell off the island. Teleport back.
All right. Any questions? I think I've given you the levitator pitch.
You've said this Jotun blood is concentrated badness. Care to elaborate?
You know that drug they were smoking over in the Underdark?
I mean, this stuff.
I think it is actually that what you have.
Yeah. That's it.
Waves his
Don't
hand,
smoke that.
and it zip ties shut. Yeah, don't open that in here. That's
That's the crystal ground up.
And
Interesting.
you would also notice that that one is not irradiated as badly as the stuff that you're going to run into. It's more or less been muted. A
Yeah.
little.
So,
And when you ask to elaborate, he tells you.
Abthur.
Mhm.
I'm from there, remember?
Yeah. So you would know that this stuff isn't quite. It's not negative energy, but it's not quite chaos. But it's almost like concentrated bad luck.
It's shit that radiates shit.
It's misfortune. Just concentrated. It's not quite evil or negative energy. It's not quite chaos and rule breaking. It's just the longer you spend around it, the more things go wrong. No, Karen. And the more bad luck you have, the less likely you are to be able to get rid of it.
It's why I'm a tiefling. It's why I'm a very, very weak tiefling.
Interesting.
And,
All right then. Everyone, gather up anything you don't want going to that island.
Okie dokie. So she's gonna take off her bag of holding.
Mhm.
Pearl of Power, Cloak of Protection, and her Staff of Power.
You pull out the Staff of Power, and Abthur seems to first notice. Oh! Good job.
Yeah, I've been finding all sorts of neat things.
He kind of holds out his hand to look at it.
Yep. She'll hand it to him.
So wait, what are we doing? Just removing all of our magic equipment?
Yeah. Connor's gimping us.
Putting it in a bag and sending it back to the keep for now.
As he's looking over his staff, you see he taps it on the table and it vibrates like a tuning fork, and if it's missing any charges, he recharges it.
It's not.
How would it affect my arcane armor?
One way to find out. Probably not well, as you have arcane magic.
The longer we're there, the worse
actually-
it gets. If we stay too long, it becomes permanent.
Like I said, I just got back. What the hell is skipping us?
And why do people live there?
Religious fanatics, mostly.
Oh yeah.
And if you owned
they're
a magic
stuck
ship,
there.
would you fly by to go pick somebody up?
Right.
No.
A lot of people are just stuck.
I
The
think
one-
I'm just going to deactivate all my infusions.
Alright, so from what I understand, your entire homeland is fucked in terms of the weave. Ugh!
Bad luck uranium covers the land. And
Alright,
it's
is
attracted
this-
to magic
I mean,
items.
I
Magic users.
I stowed away off the island, so
I see. So, is this all magic or just arcane?
Arcane, then nature,
Oh.
then divine. That's generally the order
it
in
just
which it breaks
takes
things
longer for those other ones to be affected.
Alright.
Goodbye, Liv.
Yeah, I
Yeah, look.
shall turn off all
down. Oh, God, I
my
didn't even realize it was
magical
here.
stuff and probably step out of my arcane armor. I don't know how.
Okay.
That
Adamantine is magic, right?
Yeah.
Damn.
So we just need to put away our items, or just not work?
Zankiri is sending them to the keep.
If
Oh,
they're
fuck,
on you,
um,
it's just as bad.
Because otherwise they'll get infected and then we'll have to deal with that.
Fuck! You never let me use this fucking mace, are you, Connor?
Okay.
My
You
plan.
guys ready to sit here for an hour? Because
Oh.
I have to take the chain blades out of my arms.
Oh, buddy. Connor, can I at least ask you this? Wait,
Mhm.
I might be
I mean-
fucked regardless. Does this affect my werebear shit?
You don't know.
I mean, that's fine with me. Zankire's gonna have to fabricate himself a new set of armor, so.
Maybe Carriage should just walk over. He'll meet you there. Just if I'm just irradiated,
Go ahead, walk.
I can make it. I have the levels.
Not through here, lad.
I guess
the-
Morgana's gonna.
No, I mean walk back to the keep. I had done with this shit. No,
no. He's referring to the fact that an orc walking alone in the woods near here is not a good idea.
Is there? Can I borrow someone else's armor?
I have a
seems
set of
like
plate
it-
armor. Can you wear that?
It seems that my arcane armor does not. My armor continues to be arcane armor until I don another suit of armor, or I die.
Morgana will hand you the half plate
You
so
have
that
plate.
you can put it on.
Wear plate.
I'll just put it on just to deactivate it and her back the armor.
Actually, no, that brings up a good point. We have 4 sets of half plate right now, if anybody needs it.
I have my
my-
half plate of doffing.
My arcane armor is already half plate.
Half-bladed dolphin is a
So-
magic armor.
No shit. Turning it off now.
So I'm just deactivating all my infusions. You have no more ring of
I already took it off.
refueling.
I took off everything I have that's even slightly magical.
All right, so
Spell
here's
scrolls I just bought.
Yeah, I have nothing
Potion.
magical. So
all right. Let's
Yeah.
see here. Potion of climbing.
No, my
This counts potions. Yeah, healing potions.
It counts potions. Wait, it does or doesn't?
Potions are like potions and scrolls would be like half of it, but they would still count.
All right.
Okay. Now,
Boink,
I
boink,
guess
boink,
I'll
boink,
just
boink.
put that water gem and scroll of sanctuary I have.
Water breathing. Devotee sensor. Hat of skies. Amulet of
I don't care
then-
nearly as much as this about
And you
the
have a
scroll
certain
of
magical
light.
item I need to know what you do with.
Oh, fuck me in the ass!
Well,
What
the good
magical
news is that if they follow you to this island, they're pretty fucked.
What who
Oh,
did they
are you
here?
are you talking about the sunstone?
Yes. You can beg Abthur to keep it here.
Fuck him.
He's already said he's not storing anything.
That's why I said
Fuck him
beg.
anyway. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Okay.
How are we sending us back to
Speedy courier.
the port?
If
Oh,
I send it
We
back
have a
with
weight
him-
limit.
It has a size limit. We have a bag of holding. We're sending back.
Okay.
if I send it back with Zankiri's shit, it's gonna get stolen.
I mean, if you take it with us, it's going to get broke. So
It is.
at
It
least
looks
keep
good.
the ring. I'll refuse it when we get back.
Look at it this way: if you take it with us, it's going to get broke. If you leave it there and it gets stolen, there's a chance we can get it back.
Sure. Yeah, I'll hand over the fucking sunstone. Hell.
You can pull it out from around your neck, and Abthur just kind of like eyes bulge for a second, like, the hell's that?
Mine. As I put it in the bag of holding.
You do know he's not a thief, right?
I don't care.
No, we don't know that.
He's not.
As
Sure.
Zankiri takes out the shard of reality and puts it in the box.
The hell is that?
Mine.
I'm gonna stop asking.
So, do you think it will affect your zombie hand?
Hair hand Thor shivers. Please let me be corrupted. I wish to be gone from this reality.
Good point. Stuff it in the box.
No!
It's claw hands up, just begging, and then
What's that?
Morgana's just sitting in the corner pouting as her arms have little devices that are slowly unattaching the chain blades.
I mean, we really do not want to have a corrupt god.
Well.
Now, don't say mine when I ask you what the hell you're talking about.
Mine.
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
Anything else? He turns to the Warforged. Do you have some magic power crystal that I should be concerned about? I don't know why he suddenly
Opens
got
up her
something.
chest plate to show off the core. We cannot remove this one,
Sounds about right.
preferably.
All right.
Hopefully
Then
you're
shuts it.
insulated. I also give him Pikachu. God damn it! I
Here,
just got this fucking thing.
Okay, well, time to get rid of 80% of my inventory real quick. Wrapped up in the fine red scarf is going to be the sending stone. Boob candle with a little cap on it to keep it from setting shit on fire.
Everlasting Flame doesn't
The
produce
pen
heat.
of scribing.
Everlasting Flame doesn't produce heat.
Oh, okay, never mind then. The pen of scribing, the spell scroll, or one spell scroll, spare the dying. We'll keep one just in case. Don't care if it gets corrupted. It's 20 gold. Both my Ripper chain blades. And I guess I will keep on me the +1 spear, the +1 shield, because I don't care if they get corrupted.
Oh, would my
And
bullets
the
of
light.
hold person get corrupted?
Probably. Anything that you're okay with losing. you can
I guess I'll put that bag of bullets in. Never told anyone about those bag of bullets, but I will place it in the container.
Okay.
Never told anyone I got those hold person bullets. So you just see me grab a bag and place it in.
So
Morgana is curious, but still also pouting about her chainsaws.
you
I'm
undo.
I'm probably gonna need some of those bullets back that I handed you.
Morgana
There's any
has
ro-
20 of them and hands them all back to you because she can't use the gun very well.
If there's any
I've been
relatives to
teaching
the
you.
vampires be just as fucked
How long
over as
has
me.
it been since I've been teaching her?
Oh yeah. By the way, Morgana, you know Thieves Can't now.
iOS update pending. Abthur just watches you all strip out, like that scene where they say, all right, leave your weapons. All of them. As you just doff so many magical items.
I literally, not me. I just had one small bag with a whole person and magic gem. I didn't show off my gem.
Regular half plate.
Did you already hand off the scroll, Silver?
Scroll of Sanctuary, yeah.
The scroll of the
No.
the Sin Fiend.
The plot scroll, the Elder Scroll.
The One Piece.
I would have, because you said that there was a rendezvous that we were supposed to do.
Over that week. That's when you handed it off. Okay, I was just reminding myself. Yeah. Okay.
And I wanted Abthur looking like, what's that? Like,
Say mine and I send you to the Wrangler.
How long has Silver been teaching Morgana how to use the pistol?
A while. You're
Wow.
not proficient yet, but you've marked off a few of them bullets. Probably all 20, honestly.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't be doing live fire. I would be sort of telling her where the stuff is, how to actually handle it. No live rounds just yet. Don't want someone accidentally getting a bullet to the back.
Don't want to
This
misfire and explode.
This end toward the enemy.
I guess, if I don't know, I'll ask Abthur, I guess. Does that island fuck with being a werebear?
I mean, it turns someone into a tiefling.
He pulls out his book and starts thumbing through it. Give me a couple
Oh,
minutes.
good. Taneric werebear, let's go.
And he's
Please
reading his book
give
on
me
Itadia.
Please give me stats for a Taneric. I will fucking pop off. Give me boofs. More boofs.
A couple minutes later, he shows you chapter. Oh yeah, so as with Andy here, it can mess with living matter, and he shows you an image of like a lion with wings and barbed tail. Not a manticore, but
Chimera?
no, it's specifically art I found. It's not a normal monster to guess.
There, the
but,
image.
But there's a pretty good chance that your werebearness could be affected.
Oh, good. Spontaneous mutation.
Also, good to know you're a werebear.
Hmm. See. I can I make a perception to see if there's any miscellaneous needles floating toward me?
Make a perception check.
Yeah, he has a transmutation wizard. That would be interesting to him.
17.
He's suddenly wearing some very sharp silver jewelry.
Karen
Very
takes
subtly.
a step back. Karen instead takes a audible step back away from him. Just narrows his eyes.
Oh, and Andariel's gonna pull out her notebook that she takes notes in about fucking everything, and hand it to Abthur. Here, if you want to, figure out extra things. It's all my notes.
He summons a book to him from off screen, just floating somewhere through the tower like Thor's hammer to him. Places it on top of yours, and you see it flashes, and it becomes an exact copy of yours. Hands you your original back. Starts reading his copy. Interesting. Sin Fiend.
It's been eventful. Thanks for kicking me out.
He pauses. So, you ready to go?
Yep.
I'll take a. God damn it! I'll probably need one of those half plates actually if I can't use my bear shit.
Here you go.
Thank you.
And the skeletons, are they still outside the tower?
Oh, that's
Oh, crap.
that's who we're getting. That's
I
who we're
have
getting the
to
armor from.
remove my thieves' tools.
I would like to point out
So-
he would not invite a necromancer's minions into his tower
Oh yeah,
on
obviously.
principle. So they're chilling out there with the cart. Is their
Yeah.
job just going to be? Well, What are
I
you?
mean, as soon as we're ready to go, he's just going to order them to destroy each other, and then blast the last one that's left.
So you're just gonna buy a new cart back at your place, or are you gonna
I'd
lug this one
imagine.
all the way back?
Yeah.
And we have no way of
Morgana?
giving it back.
I mean, you could have Morgana pull it. It just look weird.
Yeah, for another month. And
Why not?
All right. So, if you all are ready, he's going to snap his fingers, and the circle's getting prepared for him to teleport.
Ready to rock.
Move that down. All right, onto world map.
What would happen if you smashed one of these large Jotun blood crystals into a large piece of electrite?
Explosion.
You say that, and you can hear the audible click of a wizard's interest being piqued. Interesting. All right. And now I'm going to roll the scry for Andariel's mother and her save.
And Andariel would send a whisper to her mother, telling her that she's about to be scryed on. Please don't try to resist it.
Crap. I have to remove my scrying. I forgot about the scrying stone I had.
Half of hers is already infected, so she's not terribly worried about hers at this point.
I'm going to put mine away before anything. Before that box gets sent.
All right. So it's sent on the box away, like it's not on
Yeah.
you. Okay. She just gives just tells you 10-4. Abthur will just auto succeed on the scry. See her. All right. Are you ready, kids?
Let she look.
It
Aye,
is
aye,
can
Captain.
be.
Let's
Alright.
get this shit show on the road.
All right. So very familiar.
What about Varshi? Is Varshi gonna be okay?
Varshi's just staying in her pocket dimension.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
the
of
same
ours
as Sif.
are.
Mishka,
Sif's in a
get back
pocket
in the
dimension.
box.
Well, how long does scrying last? A minute?
10.
10 minutes? Teleport has a cast time of...
One
One
action.
action.
Oh yeah, so he can cast it while he's scrying on there for very familiar.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't quite understand what you were saying earlier, and I was trying to...
Yeah, you can do the same thing with something like clairvoyance and misty step.
Wait, would it be bad to use a
Yes.
scroll of teleportation in that
That's why
area?
we'd have to get off the continent.
We have to get
and
off the
then use
island
it.
before we can use that scroll.
Fair.
So, by the way, do we have an exit strategy, or if people would
Yeah.
stuck there?
We're
Okay.
gonna get my mom. We're
Yeah.
gonna travel to the nearest port city, and we're
Mhm.
gonna buy a boat to get us a distance
Now-
away from there.
Small
Abthur is
question,
beginning to
small
cast
question.
teleport. Because he's...
Small question, but before that happens, just in case.
Last statement, because he's only got so
Your
long on scry.
entire background's based off of being a racist on. How do they feel with the rest of us, fucker?
Oh, we're all gonna be hated with the exception of Silver.
Why would I be... Wait, what?
When the teleportation ring starts to appear around you, alright, here we go. Norvin, I'd like you to roll the D100.
Oh no!
Sadly, my daughter's not in here.
Yeah,
Yo, but no!
What do we need to roll?
Be 100.
25 to 100, you're good. As long as you don't roll below a 25, you're good. See?
Woo!
You're fine.
We could have only had a description. I would have been fine on that.
Yeah. It's pretty good. So yeah. You and I believe all of you can fit in the spell. Right? There's
8 willing creatures, yep.
There's supposedly 6 of us.
the ghost of Katira behind you. Just yeah.
Supposedly 6. What happens with your undead? Are they gonna be left?
Oh, as soon as he cast a teleport, he said that he's ordering him to maul each other to death
Ah,
because he's gonna lose
Oh no,
control.
Zonkiri did that as soon as we took all their armor off of them
Oh.
and got it sorted out who it was going to. It then just orders them to kill each other, and then whoever's left surviving, he just offs.
You know, and you all can peek. Abthur opens a little window to look at the WWE as they just dive and choke slam. And you all teleport.
Randy Orton.
You feel yourselves being flung at incredibly fast speeds to the continent of Itadia, capital Jotunberg. Here, the nearest place you all are going to, Dalhurst. And about an hour out from Dalhurst, you all is the ranch, the cliffside ranch of Andariel's mother. You all feel this infinite elongation, as if you're both touching the ground in Leoteth and simultaneously placing your hands on the dirt. And placing your hands on the dirt in Itadia until those feet in Leoteth detach and snap like the longest elastic you've ever seen. And you find yourselves tumbling onto the ground and then right side up, standing on this ashy, sooty soil. You can smell volcanic fissures are a very prominent feature.
You know what? I know why you're an asshole now. This is awful.
The reeking sulfur covers the area, and you can already see small little clusters of Jotun blood growing on trees, poking out of the ground as if it were a flower. Yes, Balita the city. I was looking at that today. I was like, I really did do that, huh? And you can see the wildlife here. These trees have been mutated by it. They don't seem all that affected by the crystal. In fact, it seems like it's incorporated into a part of their growth. You see a small, stark white squirrel with like a Jotun blood spike mohawk running along its spine. Beady red eyes stare at you, and then a second set open up on its neck, stick out and stare at you.
I'm not okay.
full predator teeth start munching.
Oh, yay! I'm home.
Aaron puts on his brass knuckles. All
I
right.
have a sudden desire to make a golem out of this stuff.
Aaron,
I'd
word
advise
puncher.
against it. She
Speaking of
looks
which,
around, sees her mom's home.
Yep.
Let's go get my mom.
The
And she walks towards the door.
you all walk past failing crops here. You see, there's ground that was at one point tilled, but now no longer seems to have been worked. It's overgrown. Do you even knock, Andariel, or do you open the door to this?
Actually, she stops
slanted
right
shed?
before she gets to the door and just kind of stands there.
You all see she walks up and freezes, and you see this house is a dilapidated farmhouse, and you see there's actually a this is a new thing for you, Andariel. There's part of a wall caved in, where the wind can just blow through into it, and there seems to be like a torn and busted tarp or cloth that's covering most of the hole as best it can. You see empty ranching pens. Generally not a good look as you all land here.
and Ariel, what exactly is the history of this place? Where does this crap come from?
The
I don't imagine it's
crystals?
natural.
DM,
Uh,
would she even know that?
Yeah, give me a fairly easy history check. Just to kind of gauge the extent. Okay, yeah. So you know it's said that long ago, the folklore answer is that there was some great beast, supposedly a giant as big as a planet, was stabbed and killed, and with its dying breath it cursed the land that it fell on, and that made Itadia. The name of the giant was said to be Itadia. People
And the actual reason?
people don't really believe that it was its actual giant blood.
Yeah, because if it was a planet-sized giant that fell on this place,
Yeah. So there people were obviously like, okay, this feels like a bit much, but they see growth of it in the ocean, and you know that it's slowly spreading. They think it's some sort of magical spell gone really wrong. Some wizard said, yeah, no, it's just a giant was killed here a long time ago. That's why all these crystals just popped up. But there's not a real consensus on really what it is, where it came from. Most people just assume because of how badly it affects the weave and arcane magic, it was some wizard caused some problems.
Some wizard really fucked up.
Yeah, and made a spreading magic plague in the form of these crystals. And that it was strong enough and got out of hand that it could affect other forms of magic just at a slower rate. But nobody really knows what he was trying to, whatever this wizard was trying to get into, what he was trying to get from it. All you really know is that it's thoroughly fucked up everyone who's ever lived here. And suppose if there are projects to keep it from spreading, but eventually, and technically, it couldn't cover the whole planet if these things keep spreading, because they can spontaneously grow under certain circumstances. Usually, when they feed on people's magic or the weave.
Did Dalhurst have a port, or did she have to get somewhere else? Okay, Dalhurst had a.
It has a shipping port, but it has to go because this is you all just came from the northernmost part of the planet. Pretty much down here is like the southern pole. So, funnily enough, about the same climate. You all are actually fairly close in that, but
I mean, if there's that much volcanic activity here, I'd imagine it's actually rather hot.
yeah,
We're in Iceland.
Kinda, yeah. And it will not go near World Wound. It kind of has to go up and around a long way. It's also why there's only really one city down this way, as it's only here because it's supplying this half of the continent. Yeah, I did. My ruler was visible.
Yeah. We saw it.
If you could get a private ship or steal somebody's, you could try and sail past Worldwound. Going this way, there is a very strong currents that push people into
Into
the
Worldwound?
ice cap, into Worldwound if you get too close, or just down already. It's hard to get that direction.
Okay.
What was I saying?
Well, Andariel will info dump that to Zankiri and just kind of stand there staring at the door.
Interesting. Good to know. And Zankiri's just going to knock on the door.
Oh, yeah. Mom?
There's a little sign by the door. Morgan residence.
Forest. She would have changed it.
Okay. Forest residence then. I had assumed because of... But alright. You hear somebody rise from a chair. Hello?
I'm coming in. Coming in.
You start to turn... You start to push open the door. And you cross inside. It's tiny little... Like a 2-bedroom home. Don't ask me for square footage because I'm really not good at estimating square feet of a house, but small. There's pretty much a kitchen as soon as you walk in. Not even really a living room. Just like a table. And then, quote, master bedroom. And then off from that small common area is a nursery that was turned into your room at one point, Andariel. You see a lot of old, torn decorations. The stunning part that hits you, Andariel, is how little has changed since you were last here. The wear and tear of time is present, but doesn't look like much has gotten better or anything new has happened. And you see, sitting in a rocking chair, your mother, who's rising out of it. And you notice immediately, all along her left arm, up across her chest, down and over most of her stomach, and a little bit down on her left leg, as well as a few clusters spread to her other leg and arm, and some on her head. These glowing red crystals that you recognize as the same ones outside.
Mom. I'm like, what happened?
As you walk, you hear the grinding of stone against stone as these crystals rub up against each other, and she limps forward. It's so good to see you again. She goes on and holds on to your shoulder with a tightness that not only says that she's missed you, but that she needs you to keep balanced.
She'll do what she can to help with that.
You go and is it your right or left arm that's missing?
Let me check again. That would be her right arm.
Okay.
She's a lefty.
So she leans on you with her right. Do you try and catch her? So you've got your left behind her back. Do you go and try and stabilize her with your prosthetic?
Yeah.
Roll me a perception check. Actually, your patron would just tell you. You just hear
Arm's not doing great, I assume.
She also will tell you, this is what I was trying to tell you. I couldn't really convey in words that what's happened, and I would be careful how close you get your arm to her.
Hey. Sit down real quick, Mom.
She goes and sits in a kitchen chair.
She'll take her arm off and hand it to Morgana. Here, hold that for me.
Be right back.
She'll go back to her mom and kneel in front of her. All right, we're gonna get you out of here. We just need to make the walk to Dalhurst.
Mhm.
We'll buy a boat, commandeer a boat, steal a boat.
I have. Thank you. You see, she's trying to smile through some obvious pain.
And we'll get you off this island. I have a scroll of teleport that we'll use as soon as we're a decent distance from the island.
So,
Okay?
she kind of rises, slight grunt of pain that she tries to muffle. Starts limping.
She looks at Morgana, thinks better of it, and looks towards Karen. Karen, I need you to do me a favor.
Yes.
I need you to carry her.
What can Morgana not do?
Because if that's reacting to my arm, she doesn't know what it's going to do to you.
Fair enough.
And Andariel, you see the sending stone you sent her over by a table next to that rocking chair, and it is thoroughly warped.
She'll take hers out and just put it next to it and say, don't need it anymore. Let's get going.
Excuse me, miss.
Sooner we get... Oh, apologies. I did not introduce anyone. Everyone, this is my mom, Catherine. Mom, that's Karen,
Gotcha.
Katira, Zankiri, and Morgana, my girlfriend.
This is Morgana. She doesn't really recognize what she's doing. She starts to go forward to try and hug Morgana.
Nope.
Oh,
She's a warforged. Her existence is magic. So, with you infected this badly, it's probably best to keep distance.
right. Sorry.
It's all right. And that one out there hiding is Silver. He's quiet. And probably the only one of us besides you that can talk to anyone in this town and not be hated. Unless they started hating half-elves as well.
Alright.
I haven't been to town in a minute. You would probably know Andariel. They'd probably resent the fact that he looks like he comes from money more than anything.
This island built Penny. Goddamn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you guys know why Andariel is the way she fucking is.
He
All right.
understands, but he still sweats.
That's
get the hell outta
awfully
here.
orc of you, Karen.
It is.
Yes, Karen. To the question.
All right.
little.
Oh, to the question. Okay.
I would also like to point out that you are. This and your life in Castorg are running neck and neck for shittiest upbringings.
Don't worry. Eventually, someday we'll go to Castorg, and I'll get to have free reign.
I just wanted to point out, like,
yeah,
you recognize what it's like to live in a thoroughly awful place.
It's just, matter of fact, it's just holding up Antarctica to fucking Australia or the Sahara. It's just on the other end of the fucked up scale. Miss, I have been through pain before. I have some medicine that might ease you, ease your pain a little bit. Would you care for that? I am a doctor.
He is a very
Sure.
good at this kind of thing.
I'll take some.
One day, Norvin, I will have a sound box, and I will record you complimenting Karen again. But it won't be today.
I mean, the session's recorded.
No, but for my just so I can repeat it just through Discord.
Technically, Silver could make an arcane tinkering to do that.
Pyro, God damn it.
You know, I really do love to be the one to point this out, but considering her condition, we take her over to Leoteth. We're going to be carrying. Tries to find some other word than plague rat.
The patient.
of infection vector for these things.
Well, I have that medicine that we sent away. Once we're further from the town, you can bring it back and I can start administering it to her. Karen can do his cleric. I'm not leaving my mom here.
Oh, of course not. No. We might have our differences, but this is no, of course not. Karen has, with the lady's permission, started using his stock to make some of his tea that he used on his extreme arthritis, and he's adding a little bit of an extra dosage. Just looking at her, I'm like, yeah, she gonna need it.
And
So
you
you do
also
have
are the
a
one
way
carrying her.
Yep.
So
Yes,
you do
absolutely.
have a way to reverse
Yeah.
this.
I'm making this before we leave.
Brother in Christ,
I
please.
don't even know what. It's some type of magical element, I assume. I'm gonna rely on you to help me research it so we can try and figure out how to reverse it.
So that's a no.
Where is it
At
on her
this
body
moment,
again?
no, I do not.
Where are the stones on her body, Connor?
Basically, her whole left side, and then also
Oh.
busting out of the right. It's not a singular
Damn.
growth; it's spread throughout her.
Okay, that's unfortunate. That happens out the window then.
But pretty much entirely encased or converted. You don't know which. Left arm, left leg, over her heart, some of her stomach, part of the back of her neck, and then the rest of her has little speckles here and there.
Well, push comes to shove, I know some things can be done.
Karen will profit the lady with some medicated tea.
She gladly sips of it. With your medicine check, you also notice that she is, aside from this, has not been eating very fulfilling foods.
Malnourishment too. Drink that slowly. Before we leave, one last thing, he'll something light. So because she's probably a lot worse than the gentleman we met on the way here. She's got some proper malnourishment on her. So a light on the stomach kind of match something.
Yeah.
Some oats or something that Karen has. Right. Just to ease your stomach along. We're going to be on a decent trek to the other end of the island.
We don't need to go to the other. We can't even go through the forest. We're going to Dalhurst.
Oh, right,
Dalhurst.
hang on. There we go, okay.
Andariel, as you're walking away, you can't help but stare back over your shoulder at a certain cliff ledge.
Oh, she knows it. She's avoiding it.
Andariel, might I speak to you in private for a moment?
Sure. She'll get her arm back from Morgana and clip it and start putting it back on while talking to Zenkiri.
This infection of whatever it is, this spell, plague of human blood or whatever. I'm no doctor, but even I can tell that's a fairly advanced case.
Yeah, I can tell that too.
I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to answer it honestly. How much are you willing to do to fix her?
Into her here.
What was that?
I abandoned her here. I'll do anything.
Anything. That's a lot. You know what you're saying?
She's the one happy memory I have from my youth. She's the only reason I'm alive. And I'm not saying that because she's my mom.
All right, then. I know of... I don't want to call it a contingency, but I do know something that could guarantee a fix, but, well, much guarantee as I can give with whatever that mess is going on here. But it's going to require a costly component, and the sooner it is acquired, the exponentially greater chance that it will work is. I'm not saying it's a good solution, I'm saying it's a last resort. And I need you to decide right now whether or not it's something you want to put on the table.
What is it?
I can build her a new body from mostly scratch. No disease, no infection, no crystals. It'll take time, power, money, and magic, and probably a few more dead dragons. But it is something that can be done.
Well, it's a good thing we know where a couple dragons are.
Right. So.
And I have quite a bit of money.
Right. But the component I need for it, I need it as soon as possible.
And what component is that?
Probably her foot.
Her foot.
I need a piece of her that is as uninfected as possible to use as a base. The longer the infection lasts, the less chance that we will be able to get a clean piece from which to rebuild.
We'll discuss it with her tonight. My mom used to be an adventurer. I'm very sure she knows what you are.
Foot, hand, kidney.
I will discuss it with her tonight.
All right.
But let's get to Dalhurst. Get a boat. We're probably either going to have to pay an exuberant amount of money or just simply steal one. I need you, she points at him, to be at your most Zankiri.
Oh,
These
no,
people will hate us the moment they see us. You and I, especially. You, because you are a necromancer, me, because I am a tiefling. They are going to hate Cairn, because he is an orc. They will hate Katira, because she is a shattered Kai, a dark elf in their eyes. They don't see a difference. And while they'll speak with Silver, they're going to dislike him because he looks like he has money. None of us here are going to be welcomed. They're going to try and charge us more for anything and everything we try to get. We're not staying. We're getting a boat and we're leaving. Whether we pay for it or we take it is up to how they react.
So what I'm hearing is you're giving me permission to burn whatever.
I honestly don't care what happens to these people on this island. Most of them would be better off dead anyways.
Very well. I will do my best.
Now, let's get the hell away from this cliff. It's giving me the heebies.
You really just love interrupting me today, don't you?
I'm freaking out. Okay? She points at the cliff. That's the cliff my dad threw me off of.
Okay, yes. Well, if you want me to be me, you have to let me be dramatic. Kind of with the whole rigmarole.
You can start being dramatic once we get to Dalhurst.
I really can't turn it off, dear.
I am aware. That's why I interrupt you.
All right. Let's go kill a bunch of people and steal a boat.
Yes.
So,
No chainsaws, damn it!
so I believe the town. So that's Norm at this is about. I believe the ranch is about an hour from town, right?
Yeah.
Then I need everybody to make me a save after the first hour. I need everybody to make me a wisdom save.
Wisdom, you bastard.
I don't want to say anything to run the risk. Comedic ire.
Okay. And Andariel, you have advantage on these normally.
Oh, yay. An extra 1.
Yeah. I was going to point out this is to resist the effects of these crystals, and as you'll find out,
Yes, it is.
Okay.
you have
Let me see
advantage on
mine.
these saves because your tieflingness is because you adapted to it.
Connor, does this count as a disease?
What's
I-
the DC, Connor?
You still
For the first
fail.
hour we're here.
Yeah, first hour you're here. How many magic items do you all have on you, by the way? Is the other thing, because that takes away.
Big fat
Zero.
0.
None.
Bro.
So long as it's 0, there's no modifiers. Morgana,
So
you're gonna
DC
you're gonna have a
10?
minus
Oh,
1 for your-
Morgana, no!
Morgana, you have a -1 for your heart.
Morgana has her weapons, didn't you say?
No, she
No,
I-
just her heart.
Or you
I
changed your
kept the
mind?
+1 spear
I'll give a flash of genius to
and
any.
shield.
I need you to say which one then. One specifically.
Okay.
Morgana.
I have
Well,
a +1
it's a
spear,
minus
a
one, it's a-
+1 shield.
Okay, Morgana, a
And
+4 to
spells.
Morgana.
Jesus Christ!
I'm trying to hotwire her just a little so it doesn't
Put her in power saver mode.
power. Yeah. I'm hotwiring her to be less affected.
And that kind of is what you do as you're going up on this. You kind of just take Morgana for a second and just kind of pull a few cables so that she is slightly powered down, so there's less of that magic coursing through her, and it gives her a boost.
Definitely doesn't affect me at all.
Boot her up in a safe networking without, or safe mode with no networking.
Bruh.
But that means the only person who fails is meets it beats it. So it's a DC 13 initially, -1 for every magic item, -1 for every spell you've cast that hour. The spell counter resets when you take a long rest. 1 plus spell level, so cantrips are 1, spell levels are 2. So everybody just avoids it. The failure would have been a -1 to all rolls, as you're getting
Okay.
unlucky. But as the lowest was a 13, the DC, you all are fine for the first hour. Oh, and Daryl's. No.
Well, Andariel had advantage.
No, her mother.
Oh. I should have saved that for the mother.
I'm gonna say there's no significant difference in the course of an hour, given her
Yeah.
condition.
She's,
I mean, they've been living there for
Yeah.
for a long time, so I
It's a-
don't think it affects her that
It's a
much.
drop in the ocean, relatively speaking.
And Daryl, how would you like Karen to be carrying your mother?
Morgana, did you had all these on you?
Brother.
So you were an 18.
An 18, which is a meets it, beats it.
13 was the okay minus scrolls and potions of healing are half rounded down. There's 1. The spear's a plus
Told you
1.
to put everything away. God damn it.
The spear's a plus. The
I
spear's
thought
also
they
a
would
plus
just
1.
get corrupted and be garbage.
Is the spear plus 1?
I didn't know they were gonna fucking conduit
Yeah.
and short circuit my ass.
You were specifically told they would be conduits.
Yeah.
I did say that they were.
Mention, dude.
Yeah, that's true.
So you have a -3 from.
Oh, I have a -1 from being myself too.
So total -4.
Minus
So your
4.
18 drops to.
14.
You just cancel out the
Whoa.
flash of genius.
Oopsies.
How many of those do you have again, Silver?
Hey, it made her save still, so.
Throw your shit. Throw it on the ground. Throw it on the ground right now.
As you
I'll drop the
I have-
scrolls.
Actually, once Andariel notices that you're carrying all this shit, what are you doing?
You do notice like little red spores almost like clinging to her. Then you notice the
Uh,
magic
Drop it,
items.
drop it. The potion of healing she grabs and tosses over her shoulder, both of the scrolls,
Yeah,
the shield, and the spear. Nothing.
Frisbee. Run.
I'm okay. So I'm just canceling everything out. I'm
did
just
you-
like, oh crap, oh crap,
Did you
oh
have
crap.
infusions on?
No,
Okay.
The player may have misinterpreted something.
I turned off all my infusions before
Good.
we left.
Good.
The
Because the
shield
infusion
is
counts
just
as
a
one
regular
each.
shield.
Okay, so you get to keep your shield.
No, the shield is like a regular +1 shield that we found.
Okay, do you? Oh, it's a +1 shield. No, hit Frisbee.
Damn. No.
No.
No items.
No magic here.
No
okay?
magic. No racials.
Like
No
I said,
way.
Both
the
hands.
player may have misinterpreted something.
Yeah, both hands slap into your face.
We'll
No
save
magic.
Luke.
All right. Do you have weapons?
Pulls out the sickle.
You
She's
didn't
gonna
bring
hand you
the
a mace
dragon sword,
as
did
well.
you?
No.
Is that a dat rat jumping out of the bush? No, it's not.
That
The
with
only
magical
thing
blood.
I have now is a
Your heart?
sickle, my heart.
The sickle's
pistol
magic.
with
She's
no
gonna grab
bullets.
that and chuck it over her shoulder too.
Regular. I'm saying the only things in my inventory is a regular sickle, a pistol with no bullets, Tinker's tools, a portable ram from Zaunkiri, climber's kit, regular half plate, a deck of cards, and a broken flashlight.
I'm loving the image of you all like tug of warring over the sickle. Like, no, it's magic. No, it's not. Give me back my sickle.
All right, here, mace.
Hold
Now
on.
you have 2 weapons. You feel better?
I think this will serve her better.
Also, you have. Wait, did you say you had your pistol at the very least?
Yeah.
It has no bullets.
Okay.
I
I'm
gave them all back to you.
right.
Morgana,
Yes.
I think this will work a bit better. Pulls out a great sword.
Goddamn.
Oh.
Pulls that from where?
Is this his? Is this the?
This is his.
Yeah, I was gonna say this
Okay.
is his your arcane focus sword.
This
Not
is
actually an arcane focus, but yeah.
Technically, yeah. It's the one in cinematic moments. It's the one you cast with.
Yes.
Yeah.
Isn't this your weapon?
Don't worry, I have more. You see him pull out what is very clearly a very broken great sword, shattered into pieces with mysterious goo dripping off of it.
That was the one that I was thinking of. I didn't know he had a solid one.
Yes, believe it or not, I'm actually very skilled with that thing.
I'm personally hoping we don't get into fights while we're here.
You have described this entire place as nothing but hostile.
Yes,
Talking, right?
but there also tend to be pretty cowardly.
Well then, big robot with big sword would work a lot better.
Yes.
Speaking of
Now let's
cowardly
go
creatures,
and leave this place.
as you all are running away, you do see like over by the magic stuff. You see what looks like a four-armed creature with a large, split open mouth crawl up from the ground, covered in these red crystals. Starts munching on the shield.
Is it a corrupted Zorn?
It is a Zorn.
Get the fuck out! We're leaving. We're going. Fuck this. I have money. I'm leaving.
And it bites into the shield like a cookie and just.
We have money. We need that to get off of this island. Let's go.
Go.
I have a lot of money. We're go run.
Yeah.
Nope.
By the way, the iron flask was sent away too, as well, right?
Yep.
Okay, just. Oh, hey, Dom.
If you look at my sheet, you can just go down at anything that's not highlighted is not on it.
Yeah, I just
just-
unequipped everything.
Okay. We are going as you all approach the city of Dalhurst. You see a moat, and you see places where there would clearly have been upturned crystals that have been dug up. And there's like a there's the city and its walls, And then about 350 or more so feet, there's just a ring of these crystals that surround the city, with the main path having like a 100-foot on either side gap, just forming this ring of crystals that seem to have popped up near the city that get uprooted and shoved to form into a wall.
Is this new?
No, this is about how it's always been. The
they're-
crystals keep popping up, and so they have to put them somewhere, and they don't really want to dump
They're
them in the
still
ocean.
doing that. Dumbasses.
It's also a pretty
Should
good
we-
deterrent for anybody who wants to try and besiege the place or think that they're hot shit. There's a whole wall, and it's far enough away where it's mostly doesn't affect them, but the more they put there, the faster it grows back. So they
And Andariel, do we
Yeah.
need to cover your mother so we can get into the city, or?
I don't think there's much more they can hate us than we already look like.
Karen,
Yes.
the person we need to cover the most is Zankiri, followed by me, then you, then Katira, then my mom.
Hold on, why do I
Okay.
need to be covered up?
I'm new. I'm new here. I don't know the rules.
My mom's human. She's infected, but human.
That's what I was saying. I don't know, like,
I,
how many of them are touching.
They'll
the
hate
person.
us more than her.
Okay, good.
Why do I need to be covered up the most?
because you look like a Gith, and
You
Because there's a
radiate
good
light
chance they're not even
just-
going to know what you are, and just because they don't know what you are, that puts you on the top of the list of hate.
Projecting.
Cool.
You got to remember, Sheriff, these people are idiots.
so anything that
Only
doesn't
lived out that joke,
look
probably.
dark
Blazing
or
Saddles.
evil, yeah. So
Uh,
anything,
Anything that doesn't look human, honestly.
right. So they also hate dwarves or halflings.
To a less
Yeah.
extent. Those are the good ones, as they like to say.
pretty much.
Let's go.
And as you all come up to Dalhurst and see the large iron gates and and the very fortified entry point, that's where we're going to leave off for tonight. And we will
I
pick
can't
up.
wait. Yeah.
We'll pick up next week as you all come up to the gate and try and find a way in, then to the docks, and then try and find a way out of here with expediency.
God damn it! I just got here.
Damn.
Welcome back.
God damn it!
Oh, Katira.
Welcome back and goodbye.
By the way, you don't have any magic items on you.
The only thing I had was the earring, anyway.
Yeah, magic item plague basically, and Andariel's home continent. TLDR,
Okay,
it's
so
bad.
I still have it. It's just not working.
Yeah, it was
No.
magic courier back to the fort.
Oh, vibes.
Yeah, because if you have it, you're probably gonna get infected by the
Concentrated
Plague.
bad luck.
magic stuff.
Meanwhile, Karen carrying the mother.
Also, your little emotion stone would have counted.
Oh damn. Uh-oh. Okay.
And we're
Would you
keeping
have
our
sent that?
familiars.
I didn't. I would have. I forgot to message you, but would you have sent it away, or would you have kept it on you?
Fuck. Do I know if
I-
there's like a detrimental effect of it being far
Yes.
away from me?
From it being far
wow.
from you, not necessarily. You wouldn't be able to regain anything until you had it back.
But yeah, okay, but it's safer for it to be far. It's not like there's a
Yeah.
risk. If it's far from you,
Yeah.
that could be bad too.
Nope. You just
Okay,
wouldn't be
then
able to
yes,
gain
I
anything
would've-
until you get it
then I
back.
would've sent it away.
Okay.
Then I would have sent it away.
Are you? I don't remember which
Am
one
I?
you are. Omen. Yeah. The nicknames.
The curse?
No, I was trying to see if you were in game. I was going to go ahead and roll your wisdom save.
No.
Did you want me to roll for you? You want to pull it
I
up on the
can-
app?
No, I can open the app real quick.
I know I said we were closing, but I also didn't realize you were here.
Yeah.
You can go ahead and roll me a wisdom save.
Yeah,
a DC
'cause
13.
Yeah, because you're a bitch that turns streamer mode on.
Yeah, okay.
No, not Cass.
Sorry, I like to have the.
Not Ajax.
Sorry, I don't like to hear the ding ding.
That's your problem. That
Mhm.
sounds like a skill issue to me.
Okay, go ahead and roll your wisdom, save. Talking big smack.
Abilities
DC
and
13.
skills. Wisdom saving throw.
Yup, that's a fail.
No, hang on. Before you say shit, we got cards. Looking for cards, brothers.
For saves?
Or no, not saves. Fuck!
Unless
And
I'm
We
none
have
of
gonna
y'all
cards
can
for
see my cards
saves.
because I'm on the app.
We have
Jack, Queen,
cards
King.
for re-rolling.
There's advantages on wisdom save too somewhere in there.
No, it's
No,
check.
those are checks. But the ones that give you re-rolls. Do we have any?
No,
does anyone
I
give
have a card that
re-rolls?
says advantage on con save.
con save is the only exception because there's no con check.
Damn.
Uh,
What is this to do? To resist getting
Infected.
magic crystal cancer?
Cancel.
Oh, great.
Incurable
Cancel.
magic crystal cancer.
Oh, great.
Turns off your magic, essentially.
It makes you interact
Oh.
poorly with magic items, such as the emotion crystal.
My emotion stone.
I mean, worst case scenario in 2 levels,
Such as my
I asked
entire
Godmom.
backstory.
So, does anybody have a Jack, Queen,
That's
King, or
so
Joker?
weird.
Those are the only 4 I know that would do anything.
Do I have any features and traits up for this? Necrotic.
Oh no, this might
Servant.
affect your entire
I'm-
backstory.
Yes.
is it possible for me to just gander a flash of genius?
Afraid not.
You it's all at the same time,
Yeah.
Happened
brother.
at the same time, and you got one.
Yeah.
You saved Morgana.
You did.
Oh wait.
Body.
Mhm.
Flash of genius, I think.
You
Nope,
need a
that's
reaction to
killing
use. Need a
myself.
reaction.
And I'm saying it all happened at the
Frightened.
And does
Damn.
anyone have a bonus reaction?
Oh, hang on.
That's a good
Yes,
point.
I do.
I do too.
That's a fairly good point.
Don't use it.
Okay,
Give me a bonus
Connor,
reaction.
can you check my
I'm
card?
There you
giving
go,
her
it's
a
out.
plus
Already
4.
on my browser.
There you go. They
Okay,
already got it for you,
saved
Liv.
it, Kira.
Liv, we're trying to save your life.
And they succeeded. As I applaud. That was a very clever workaround.
What happened?
We saved you.
He had already used Flash of Genius to save Morgana, but so they gave him an extra reaction card so he could use it again to save you.
Thank you.
So you've crossed the threshold and you're
Yeah.
fine.
Yay.
Also,
For now.
thank you.
everybody chastised Morgana because she still had smuggled in some magic items, even though they were like, no.
That's the player's fault. Leave my poor little robot alone.
No.
What?
So,
Which ones did you? Was it at least the chainsaws that are like literally embedded in your arm?
No, she took those
No,
out.
I took those out.
I
It was just a bunch of +1 shit.
It was a bunch of little nonsense that Morgana was fine with, like, decaying from the magic plant and she just dropping where they were.
Perfectly good +1
Like
items.
I
so that's where we're
said,
going to leave
the
off. As I finish
player-
our outro, that's where we're
Yeah.
going to leave off. I will see you all next week for 36. Bye.
Alright.